NaruTalk, the Naruto ShipPodcast, is made possible through contributions from listeners like you. To help support the podcast and to earn exclusive rewards, head to www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. That's www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. Believe it.
Hey everyone, this is Naruto Uzumaki, and you're listening to NaruTalk. Believe it!
Hello everybody, welcome back to NaruTalk, the greatest podcast ever to be all about Naruto. I'm your host, Liam English, and with me, as always, are the three sexiest people
in the world.
Definitely the three sexiest people who could tell you why there's a difference between the Hyuga main and side branches in Naruto. I think I can pretty much...
Are we confident in that?
Hands down.
I'm pretty confident in that. Have you seen us?
Are we just offending all the people in the Discord who are also
Other than everybody in the Discord. Yeah. Unless you out there are donating to the Patreon, then you're sexier than us. I think that's fair.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that's valid.
What are specific... Sure, okay.
Yeah. If you want to be sexy too, donate to our Patreon.
All tiers are sexy tiers.
Yeah. Fuck.
Liam.
You
You said, I'm going to silence it. And then you said, not yet. I cannot silence it yet.
I know, because here's the thing. I have to have my computer's volume on to do a sound check. And if we don't do a sound check, as we know from 2 weeks ago, we forget to plug in the microphone. But if I do a sound check, then... Then this happens. It rings in the middle of the episode. Anyways, the people that I am joined with, the aforementioned people, holy shit, everyone's wearing pink. You guys didn't text about this, did you?
Yes. We just excluded you specifically.
This is my third outfit change of the day.
Hell yeah.
Really?
I went in one, and I was like, nah, too ugly for this. It's not a Thursday fit. And then threw on a different sweater. I was like, no, I might want to save this for when I feel better. And then this is it.
I mean, I love it. I love a good team uniform.
Yeah.
I feel like goons. We're all like Team Rocket henchmen.
Yeah. You guys
Please
are
don't
all
say Team
Jesse and
Rocket.
I'm James.
Please don't say Team Rocket. It triggers me.
Why? Was
Exploited
it a story?
Lee.
Ex-boyfriend's real
And
into...
Samir.
Wow, 2 name drops seconds into the podcast, Katie. What do you want
We've
me to do with that?
mentioned them both before, I think.
All right, fine.
That's
whatever.
fair, but why are we...
Now we need to continue to talk about them for about 2 hours of the podcast.
No.
Without explaining who they are.
No.
But
that's exactly what we don't
Isn't
need
that
to
what we
do.
do?
I mean, that's certainly half our thing. I was thinking about it. I'm pretty sure that we spend 20 minutes talking about each episode, which means that we spend an hour every episode just
shitting,
fluffling around, you know?
Fluffling.
Yeah. My co-hosts' names are Raj, Morgan, and Katie.
We actually don't have names.
I never
We are nameless.
got to that part.
We're just pink.
We are pink.
Are hats a white people thing? I feel like...
Our hats a white
I was just cold today.
No, I just feel like okay, look, hear me out, right?
Yeah.
2 white people in here wearing hats.
Yeah.
Out of 4 people.
If you take
it's not
this
official.
room,
Me and Liam were wearing hats.
if you take this room as a census of the entire population,
I don't know, I just feel like you have to be really white to like when the beanie was first coming out. They're like, you know what? That's pretty hot.
Yeah.
I love looking like a little bit of foreskin.
You know, I will. Well, first of all, I do love looking like a little bit of foreskin. But second of all, the reason that I wear a hat like pretty regularly is that. Hair gel's really expensive, and my hair is like poofy.
Yes.
So if I don't do something with my hair, then it's catastrophic.
It's an untamed beast.
Exactly. So it's like your routine. You know, you've got a set thing rolling around.
Oh yeah, roll around.
5 minutes on the sides, like a braised burger or something. like a fine steak. Yeah. Much like that, I have to wear a beanie for like half an hour after I get out of the shower. And then we Gucci.
Yeah, I feel like...
What? What do you feel?
Do you feel like a spit roast Depper Morgan?
I feel like a beanie is not exclusively a white people thing.
No. I wouldn't say it's exclusively.
In this room, yes, it is.
Yeah. In this room, yes.
Because the only reason that I'm not wearing a beanie is that I slept through one of my classes, so I had time to do my hair.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I thought you fulfilled your beanie wearing time. Like your quota for the day.
The beanie police
my
came.
For the day.
Okay. What? I don't know. That's enough of that. Oh, Raj, actually, big important news from Raj's side. 2 episodes ago, at the very end of an episode that we forgot to plug the mic in for and had a guest for, so it was just insanely chaotic, and whatever we said, it surely didn't stick with you listening out there. And then briefly at either the beginning or end of last week, I don't know, I haven't finished editing it yet, we mentioned this contest giveaway that Raj is doing. It has not been promoted effectively, certainly not effectively enough to end it next week.
Yeah, I like the idea that it's like this mysterious giveaway that may or may not happen.
Yeah.
We're like setting us up for like an expose video 10 years from now going, NaruTalk exposed, giveaway not real.
Let's can you lay down what it is at the top this time?
All right, people, here's how we're going to do it. So, first off, we are giving away a size small, what would that be? Men's, women, unisex?
We don't know.
A size S Naruto ShipPodcast shirt.
Yeah.
It was a gift, and I can't wear it, so I'm gonna give it away with the person's graces and blesses and stuff. The way to enter. This is how you do it. All right, you ready? Here
just also we're gonna sign the shirt.
We'll sign it. We'll do like a bunch of shit.
Post it to you.
I might embroider a secret little heart on it.
Yeah,
my brand.
That'd be fire. And the way to get it is you gotta like, favorite, retweet wherever you can. Just episodes in general, I guess.
Make sure you have to be following us.
Oh, you have to be following. And then here's the way to get entered. Either Twitter, Insta, Reddit, whatever.
DM or tweet.
Tag NaruTalk Pod.
Yeah.
And you must tag them with the funniest or your favorite joke of mine, me, Raj, that I've said ever on this podcast.
This is Raj's little giveaway, so it's it has to be a Raj joke.
It has to be a Raj
If you don't remember them all, there are literally 2 best ofs that we just put in.
That's a little... What did you just call those? Fucking study guides? This
is
a study guide right there.
A cheat sheet for the giveaway, so hit those, hit the books.
Yeah, and then we'll put them all in a giant randomizer. And
I'm going to say end of March. Whatever episode comes out at the end of March, because we will never record and put out the same episode ever again.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever happening again. So whatever episode comes out at the end of March, and we'll know, we'll say.
We'll say it.
But in that episode, we're gonna announce the winner. Does that sound good?
Yeah, and then we'll do the thing live and just like, submit it whenever you want. Until then, you can wait an episode. Maybe I say something funny now, and then maybe I say something funny before. Maybe I peaked in the first episode. Who knows?
Maybe go way back. Just listen to 2 seconds. Pick the first thing Raj says and send it in.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Just write it down. Tag us.
Mm-hmm. And there you go.
Tag anyway.
Bada bing, bada
and
boom.
then that's the giveaway. And then you'll get picked, and then we'll send it to you.
So say that you're joining us right now, and you're like, man, I want to go back and listen to these episodes, but this is the first episode I've ever listened to. I don't even know what I'd be listening to. Katie, could you fill in the people as to what that would be that they would be listening to?
Sure. That was confusing.
Yes.
So every week we watch 2 to 4 episodes of Naruto.
True.
And only canon, no filler.
That's fair.
And then we talk about it. 2 of us are like longtime watchers, like watched it in the past and are rewatching it and re-experiencing it. And 2 of us are watching it for the first time.
Right.
That would be me and Morgan. Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist.
Man, what did they put into hand sanitizer? I feel like once they put those little bead things inside of it, it changed the fucking game. Yeah. I'm really into applying hand sanitizer whenever it's available.
Dude, yeah, big time.
And it's just like the tiny little oval shaped ones with
it's probably to exfoliate, right? Like it
maybe.
No? Is that not what beads and shit
so.
is generally for?
Literally nothing.
But like scented hand sanitizer, that's only a W right there. It's like the best thing ever.
I got one from as a gift that's unicorn petals scented.
Yes.
Which unicorns don't have petals. I don't know what that means.
No.
I like how that's what your takeaway
I'm
is.
sorry. Well, no, I'm sorry. When was the last time you saw a unicorn?
That's true.
So how? Yeah.
To remember, if anyone were to see a unicorn in this world, it'd be Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's very.
You are like the essence of a unicorn.
Oh, thank you.
And does Katie have petals?
Well,
unconfirmed. Pledge to the $100 tier and find out.
We'll bring the unicorn with us.
I don't know what that.
Don't you have a pillow, like a unicorn pillow?
Yes.
Yes.
We should just bring that.
I
We
do.
just tape that to Katie's face.
Yes, I do. You should.
Were you not wanting to admit it, or did you forget?
No,
if you
my
had
mom's
one?
calling me right now, and I was considering answering on air.
Oh my
God.
But no. So we listen to 2 to 4 episodes of Naruto every week, and the episodes, we listened to 3 this week, and they are 77, 78, and 79, which includes Gaara's backstory and his battle against Naruto. Long-awaited, hot. These 3 episodes have it all. They've got passion, friendship, butt play. It's everything you come to Naruto
you would want in the ultimate show.
It's everything. So without any further ado, let's NaruTalk about it. We open with Naruto's leap towards Gaara being smacked aside. He just yeets him out of there with his giant arm. So, considering the Genin's like super powerful form,
Are you coughing?
I have a cough.
I also have a cough, actually.
You have 2 cough drops in front of you.
She has one in
One's
her
in my mouth.
Wait,
well, you're still
what
coughing,
what
so
that?
clearly.
It broke, but now it's like, what if my cough drops broke?
So
now
it
it's like 2
broke
cough drops?
and you ate a piece.
Yes.
That's not an effective way to use a cough drop. Eat
Yeah,
the whole
no,
thing,
I don't think
Kate.
you can do them piece by piece. I don't
Yes,
know
you
if that...
can.
No,
Well,
it's not. It's not a Xanax
I-
pill.
I-
It's just all or nothing.
Also, I hate to say it, but
Okay.
you are coughing
Xanax
on
pills-
air.
No. Time out.
No.
Give me a good reason
Yes.
why she can't do it piece by piece.
Well,
It's a non-effective
How is that
way.
any different
what
than
I-
putting the whole thing
what-
and it getting smaller
what-
than one piece being smaller
Being
than
smaller.
the
What
at
I
the
have
first
to
beginning.
back Raj on this one is that Katie was coughing.
Katie was coughing.
So,
Well,
It
but
clearly
Katie's
it's not
coughing no matter
effective.
what.
so we don't
No, you
know.
won't.
Okay.
It
I would be
won't cough.
hacking if I was if I was not having a
Eat the
cough.
I
cough
live
drop.
with Katie,
Uh-uh.
and she
Oh, so you're coming in,
coughs.
you're coming in with new info. Raj and I were just
Yeah,
looking at.
I
like,
didn't know you lived with Katie.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm a little blindsided here.
I learned your name 10 minutes ago during the intro. This is a new body double, for God's sake.
Wow.
That's
How long have
a
we been recording?
10 minutes
Wow.
and 11 minutes and 5 seconds.
Fastest migraine I've ever gotten.
Let's go! World record. Let's get to Naruto.
And
So
Katie now has my glasses on, so
So-
I'm just super blind.
can you see? I guess you
No.
don't have to see.
Well, I had them on the tip of my nose so I could see
Alright.
over them.
Okay, so you
Just
can
keep
keep them
them
on, and I just won't have to
Keep
make eye
on-
contact
keep
with
hitting
Liam.
the table. Keep
Are they
taking
prescription
Sorry.
glasses?
I'm blind. You're blurry.
You're gonna hurt your vision. Don't do that.
Well, I have them underneath my eyes.
Also, Katie's
You're
eyes
gonna
are robotic.
Oh
Also,
yeah.
I'm a robot.
Yeah. She's gonna
Dude,
stare.
hurting your vision, coughing. What are you
What?
doing?
I should have worn my pink glasses.
Yeah. What if it
For
was
all
pink?
the pink.
Yeah. I don't even know if I own anything pink, but that's irrelevant. Naruto's looking at like his friends. They're lying. They're all like, dead pretty much, like close to it. And Naruto's like, oh, toughest fight of my life. Here I go. So Gaara,
Toughest fight of my
yeah, gotta fight. Oh, that accent is coming soon to these episodes. Let me tell you what. So Gaara's like drooling and shaking and doing all that weird shit he does, and he's certain that as long as Naruto is fighting for the sake of others, he can't reach his full potential, and he will never be as strong as him. Obviously, Naruto, that's like very much not his deal. He's basically the opposite of all that shit. So he jumps towards Gaara, kunai out, ready to go, and this time Gaara does that thing again where he like remembers Sakura protecting someone and Guy protecting someone and like whatever, and he's like shaking. He just in time snaps back to it, whips Naruto out of the way with his tail.
Move
Cool.
on, man.
Yeah.
For real.
I know.
Like it's like the 100th time.
It's crazy.
What are you doing?
But I also like that we've seen the thing with Yashimaru now. It makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
It made a lot less sense before that. It was just like, why is he so triggered by people standing?
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Why is he so triggered by people
Yeah.
standing?
Like, so Naruto's attacks repelled, and Gaara, now we go full flashback again. We back to the night of Yashimaru when...
For reference, Katie ate the other piece.
I didn't
No,
eat
no,
a
it's
full-
Katie
full.
put
Oh
the
my
other
god,
full
that's
cough
worse.
drop.
Yeah,
That's-
if you're gonna like
Well,
so-
now that was gonna be even more ineffective.
exactly,
Katie-
it's weakened.
You're just playing it wrong.
I
here.
can't. You
I
know,
can't
I was on
defend
your
it.
side before, but this is not defendable.
Yeah.
It's just not.
You've crossed the line.
Make me sick.
I don't know if it's been explained enough that they understand what
Okay,
you're
so
talking
let
about.
me break it down for you. Katie had 2 full cough drops. One broke in half, and so she ate one piece that I criticized her for because that's an ineffective way to use a cough drop.
That's not
Then
true.
she ate
Which is false.
the full one.
Whoa,
But this is just
regardless. Now, so there were 2
The
cough
problem
drops.
is that they're different flavors.
That's not
That-
the
that
problem.
mean-
That's-
you don't
no,
mix the flavor
that's
of
not the
cough
problem.
drops. That's not a
No,
thing
well,
you
yeah,
do.
first of all, the
Well,
problem
I was
is
trying to
that...
see why you guys were mad.
No, because, okay, so you had 2 cough drops in front of you. One of them has sliver missing, which was in your mouth, that
Yes.
Raj and I were criticizing you
Yes,
for.
yes.
The other one was full, right? And instead of finishing the one that was slivered off,
Yeah.
which, that's just, like, it just makes sense. Yeah. You
ate
took
the
a whole new
full
one.
Well,
Therefore,
carry that
trying
flavor
to do the
more.
right,
worst thing.
therefore
Like-
rendering the one with a chip out of it less effective. Because
Which is not true. It's just straight up
like
false.
That
No, it's just ineffective.
So
like,
no,
that
it's
one,
literally this is not ineffective.
That one, no,
It's just half of a
not
person.
ineffective, but
What?
less effective. Like, because the full one was at 100% capacity. Right?
How is it less effective? It's
Well,
still going
this
to end
one's
up in
at,
her
like,
body.
80%.
It's not like she
Well,
swallows
it
them
won't do
whole.
the 100% effective like a cough drop. Okay,
Right.
you ate half
That's
of it.
literally just not true.
Well, I guess
I don't think you're thinking about
at
this.
the end of the day, it will add up to a total, like a combined total of 200% cough droppage, right?
Yes.
I
But
feel like cough drops are only effective by like the amount of time they're in your mouth, not like.
Well, that's just absurd.
What do you
no,
mean?
no, it's a
That's-
long last.
Do you know what the fuck cough drops do?
You don't cough after you eat them. You're given a grace period. They last after they're gone in your body.
Time out.
I don't know if that one's
Raj,
true.
look at me.
What's up,
Moment.
what's up?
Do you know what a cough drop does?
When you're coughing, you eat it, you stop coughing.
Do you know
cures
how
you.
it works?
I feel like I don't need to know how it works. If I just know it
Yeah.
does
Well,
what
I'm
it
gonna
does.
explain
No one's
it.
got to ask questions.
So a cough drop
Uh-huh.
literally is just sugar.
Okay.
And it lubricates, it's like sucking on a lollipop.
Hot.
It just lubricates your throat and makes it a little less scratchy for a second and makes you really phlegmy.
Yeah.
So, the
I'm
effectiveness does not change due to the fact that it was broken in half.
Well, that's
I still think it's fucking stupid that she put half of one and then a full one and then left
Alright,
the other
so
half.
But I like that flavor more, so I want.
Why would you eat it then? Yeah, why would you eat it first?
It's small.
None of that makes sense. None of what you were saying makes sense, Katie.
That's so frustrating.
That is painful.
I think what we've learned here is that Katie's an idiot.
You can't be trusted with the rations of cough
Katie
drops.
has
At
been
least-
a 4-year-old today.
Today has been not my
I'm-
day.
Yeah.
Not at
I
all.
said, I don't even know what I was talking about, and it has nothing to do with Naruto, and I apologize, but it needs to be said because Katie is 5 years old.
We've been yelling
Are you
about
talking
cough
about
drops for like
the
5 minutes.
Hydro Blast?
Yes. So last weekend, I had a thing where I was like, friends, we have to do this thing, and we all dressed like e-girls, and we went out, and it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, oh my god, we should change the theme every weekend. And I suggested to Allie, I was like, oh my god, we could go as Visco girls. And I was like, ha ha ha, funny joke. Katie, can I borrow your hydro flask?
Sure.
And she said, no. And I said, well, why not? She goes, because I want it.
Right. Because Katie is a Visco girl.
A 4-year-old Visco.
Well, I just
Sure.
drink water all the
A
time.
Visco baby.
I wasn't even gonna make fun of myself for being stupid because of that, though. I was gonna say that I was locked out all morning, and then.
So it's not your
But
day.
I can't.
really
I can't
not
call
your
you
day.
stupid for that because I also did it. Katie and I
Yeah.
were locked out of our room at the same time today.
Yeah, I got locked out, and I was like, Morgan, when you come home, like, let me into the room because I'm locked out. And then she did, and then we were like, let's go get Starbucks together, and then we both left our keys in the room.
That's
And then we had to call the
So
RA and like, well, we called the RC and then the RA and neither of them answered, so I had to call OCE, which I don't even know what that is.
Okay,
it's
wait,
just
so
something else on
here's
campus
me-
that helped us.
I've been trying to break down, which could be easily answered if I go to one of the RAs, but I just don't want to do that because
Sure.
it's not fun. So, when you lose your, when you lock yourself, right, like in your room or whatever the fuck, you're given one free door open thingy, right?
Yeah.
Sure. So what if you lock your bathroom shut? What happens?
Can you lock?
How?
Yeah,
bathroom shut?
one of
can't
our
get
one
out.
of our mutual friends got their bathroom
Wait, how?
locked.
Yeah,
Are there
how?
locks on the
There's locks
outside?
on the inside.
On the inside.
It was a weird thing where they
Like the lock was just
it,
broken or
it
something?
like locked itself
Yeah.
closed and then it
No,
was-
that's definitely fine then, because you just like do a work order like, hey, it's broken. Like it's
Yeah.
not
Does
even
that
like
get
it was
you
your
get a work
stupid.
You get half
I think
of
you.
it, so you
No, I think you
much
just
like
put in a work
cough
order.
drop. It's
Yeah,
just
you
like
put it in a
half
work
taken
order.
away.
Because I think
They
it,
don't-
it wouldn't be the
Oh,
RA.
wow. That's like
That's
actually
absurd.
broken. Yeah.
they had their shower
But I think-
on. I just
I think if
Why is that
By
absurd?
a friend, do you mean you?
guys, listen. I'm a little slow sometimes.
Well, for your friend, wink
yes.
wink, most of the doors, the lock on the inside is a push button lock, and the outside has a little circle with a slit in
Oh,
it.
shit,
If
that's
you take
cool.
a quarter and turn it, it should unlock your door.
That's what that friend learned after they were crying and howling, and someone
That's cool.
entered the room and was like, "Hey, why are you so fucking loud, Raj? Not you." And then they like opened the door for me.
That's
I was
cool,
like, "Thanks."
actually. I didn't know.
That was cool.
Yeah, some Skyrim shit, lockpicking.
Oh,
This
dude,
shit.
lockpicking is one of the coolest things I'll never.
I really
learn how
thought
to
about
do.
it,
Yeah. About,
but I didn't have
what?
anything on me.
Lockpicking?
About
picking our
picking
lock?
our lock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how?
I just had pennies. That doesn't work for that.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
But you
Yeah.
could throw them. Just, I don't know. I'm just trying to, guys, I'm just trying to help her out. You
Don't
know,
let the door.
Just throw 'em.
Yeah, come on, Katie. Whatever you need, buddy. So we're back in the night that Yashimaru attacked Gaara. You recall.
Yeah.
And so Gaara, he's shaking, he's crying. Pretty much all he's been doing lately. But he was like an innocent child, you know? And he was unable to understand why like Yashimaru taught him what love was, and Gaara thought that Yashimaru was the only person in the world who loved him. So he can't understand why they would try to kill him.
Yeah.
But Yashimaru reveals that he was ordered to kill Gaara by the Kazekage, who we find out now was Gaara's father. We're just now learning this.
Oh,
Yes?
really?
I think
Is
so.
that-
I just assumed that I missed it the first time.
Info?
No.
But-
Because before, when he was explaining his sand demon in him, he told everyone, like, my father, the Kazekage,
Shit, I
wanted
missed
me
that.
dead.
I definitely missed that. Well, no, because that means that... Because we didn't know,
I think I
like...
missed it.
No, because Naruto
Orochimaru's-
has the same flashback during one of these 3 episodes where it's the original, like, point of Gaara saying, like, the Kazekage wanted me dead, I'm born of hate, blah, blah, blah.
Was that in the hospital that one time?
I think
with him
it
and
was
Chunin?
either the
Maybe.
hospital or in the Chunin exam, one of the two.
Yeah. Well, no, because we were wondering, like, Orochimaru, what is his deal with the Kazekage? Because, like, the Kazekage showed up and it just was Orochimaru. There wasn't, like, face demon
Are you going to
shit.
make a deal with a snake? I feel like that's just,
Yeah.
like, metaphor
Well, yeah,
for the
like, we
worst
don't
thing
know.
you could do.
Well, yeah, well, it's literally,
I
yeah.
totally forgot about that.
He's a snake?
Well,
How do you figure
well-
he's a snake, Katie?
No, not
He's a
that. The
snake
fact that
man.
he just like was
The whole thing he does is snakes. He has snake jutsu.
You got goddamn cough drops for brains over here.
Morgan
Katie,
figured
I'm
something
just
out.
picking
She's
on
saying
No, I didn't
know.
figure anything out. I just...
What's up?
These episodes, we've been watching Naruto for so long.
It's true.
And there's so many things that I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, well, the Kazekage just was Orochimaru. And I was like, oh,
I
yeah,
totally
that
forgot
did
that
Here's a
happen.
question. Is the way that... Is, like... Being on this podcast, does it raise or lower your comprehension of Naruto? 'Cause
Both.
I
Both,
can't tell.
yeah.
Because I, like, watch for things to be like, oh, is that, like, a secret? Is
Yeah.
that, like, something I need to remember? And then there's something... Like, I feel like I notice everything, but because, one, it's spread out over,
Yeah.
like... Oh, we go a week without watching
Right.
the episodes, and, like, sometimes it's broken up into ways where, like, this is very clearly, like, a little section of it, and sometimes it just kind of doesn't make very much sense.
Right.
So it kind of... I can forget things,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
comprehend all of it, but then sometimes I'm like, wait, what happened? And then I'm like, oh, like
Right,
the whole
yeah.
thing with the curse mark. Like, I forgot he had a curse mark.
I know.
I obviously
But
understood
then
that
he shows up
happened.
and it's like, oh,
And then I was
shit.
like, oh no, that's just Sasuke. Holy shit, what just happened?
What a weird sun tattoo. Right. So, yeah, that Kazekage thing hopefully gets explained soon because that's all I was thinking about for, like, the rest of this episode. I was like, what is Orochimaru's deal? So,
I totally forgot about that. I
yeah,
would've
right?
been
But doesn't it
thinking
raise
about
the
that.
question? Because it's like, so did he, like, make a deal? Or what? Why was he pretending to be him, you know? A lot of questions, a lot of cues.
What if he just
Orochimaru
him?
is Gaara's dad, not
Yeah.
clickbait.
That's what I was thinking.
Gonna have to go on Mori for that one. So, yeah, Yashimaru tried to kill Gaara, and so Gaara, like, he almost vomited. Did you guys see that? He was like, it was very sad.
I don't know, yeah, you'll just, like, cry.
Crying so hard he was gonna throw up.
Which,
Yeah.
like, been there,
I
done
mean,
that.
yeah, I mean, like, I feel you, bro, but, like, so Yashimaru continues, and he's like, yeah, basically everybody has kind of come to the conclusion that you're never going to be able to control Shukaku, which is the name of the sand spirit. Fucking finally, we know that.
Yeah.
Because I have been saying the demon inside Gaara for so many goddamn episodes, wishing I could just say Shukaku. So that's the demon inside of Gaara, and they were like, oh, it's too dangerous, so we gotta kill you. But Gaara kind of took solace in that fact, because if Yashimaru was ordered to kill him, then that means that Yashimaru could still love him, you know? It's just doing your duty, like, you have to do
Yeah.
it. But then Yashimaru was like,
You don't have to do this part, man.
nah, I know, this shit.
Yeah,
He's like,
why did he tell him?
because, so Yashimaru reveals that he hates Gaara.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you fucking killed my sister
Did
by
I call
being
that?
born.
Because I don't remember. Did I say that was a thing that was
Yes.
gonna happen?
Well, we talked
Yeah.
about what Yashimaru's deal might be and, like, his relationship with Gaara. I don't remember if you said it word for word, but you definitely came close. Basically, Yashimaru has been trying to tell himself that Gaara is all that's left of his sister. Remember, Yashimaru is Gaara's uncle. But all he can ever think about is the fact that Gaara's birth killed his sister, and he can't help but harbor this immense resentment for him. And more than that, like, and it doesn't get totally explained, but it's like Gaara's mother didn't choose to be made a sacrifice for Shukaku, or like for Gaara to get the demon, or something like that, right? Am I
I
crazy?
don't know, man. Like,
I thought it said the opposite.
don't, like-
I thought
No.
it said she did choose.
No.
No, because she, what I do remember is that she died cursing the village and like Gaara and like her.
You don't ask Shredder to take your baby and take him to like the Foot Clan ninja.
True. If you did, you would die, and then your brother would kill your baby or try to kill your baby. That's but yeah, Yashimaru basically could never forgive him. So then we cut to like Yashimaru keeps talking, and we cut to this fucking dope looking scene where Gaara's in the desert, like reaching out towards his mother and who's holding him as a baby. And
still sick ass eyeliner.
Yes, well, obviously he was born that way. And we learn what the okay. So I might have had to look this up. I'm not sure if it was in the episode. Gaara, like the name, the kanji that spell out Gaara are literally the kanji for me, love, and demon. Like
what a me love demon.
Me love demon.
So I don't know if it's in that like order or if like I'm interpreting it right, but
ooh, but what if it actually means demon love me?
Sure. Yes.
Or love demon
selfishness, like he's first, and then just also
exactly.
Also
well, yeah.
because those are just things about him.
I think. Well, no, but Gaara. Stop giving Katie such a dirty look. She's endured so much already. But no, like I think that Gaara probably knows what his name means, and he's spent his whole life thinking that like his mother loved him and that her love was in the sand and all this stuff. But because what am I saying? I went way off outline for this, and it's very hard for me to get back once I'm lost. They basically what matters is that I don't know. Gaara's mom hated him. Everybody hates Gaara. And then we're in the desert, and Gaara's mom like crumbles to sand, and baby Gaara crumbles to sand. Everybody's sand because he thought that was love. Because he thought he had that like root love that his mother and him as a baby was a source of love for him, but in fact, he's never been loved at all. He's never had any
music
love.
They used for when... What the fuck's his name again?
Yashimaru,
when he was explaining his sister's death, just didn't fit at all.
No.
It was the most awkward, weird... Yeah, it was like, why the fuck is this playing? He's like telling you why, like...
Wait, was it really that playing?
No, but
imagine. But it was something... It was just like a way to like... It just, I don't know, kind of killed my immersion. If that was part of it,
I would believe you.
When we make our own Naruto abridged, we'll just replace the entire soundtrack with
that song.
It just loops constantly. It gets slightly faster in some places.
When in the fights, it's like...
We gotta record the fight. We gotta have a green screen, and just you and me just going like, good job. Remember when we were playing with lightsabers in Target? We were just swinging. We should do that, but with a kunai.
But with knives. But with
kitchen knives.
And we'll tie a little piece of paper to the end of them to look like paper bombs.
Speaking
of
fing each other in the asshole.
Yes, of course. As we'll get to that in a second. Wait, that actually might be the next episode, but it's coming, guys.
It's coming.
Don't worry. If you were missing the ass play in Naruto, it's back.
Please stop saying ass play.
It's what it is.
I mean, it's Kakashi's favorite jutsu.
Stop.
It's his own like created jutsu.
Yeah, Kakashi invented anal in the Leaf Village.
God, can you imagine?
It's true.
It's true.
Just ask Guy.
Oh my lord.
Sensei. Yeah. So speaking of paper bombs, Gaara leaves that like weird desert sort of headspace, and Yashimaru takes off his vest to reveal that he's covered in lit paper bombs. It's about to blow, and Gaara doesn't move. And it's unclear if it's because Gaara knows that the sand is going to protect him, or if it's because he doesn't care whether or not it does. When the blast clears, Gaara falls to his knees, and he just is thinking about all of the lies he's been told his whole life about love and acceptance. It's all gone, and his sorrow shatters. Literally, we see a glass shattering effect to hate. So the sand that's all around him sort of flies up as tendrils, and it stabs into his forehead, bloodily carving what we now know is a scar. It's not a tattoo. And it carves the kanji for love into his forehead.
I was wondering what it was. I was hoping
love.
they would say it, but I figured probably not, because originally people just knew what that said.
And also, if we remember the fucking panel from the goddamn prelims, they oft just show kanji, and it's like, figure it out. Yeah. Yes.
That means that wasn't like a reveal of any sort for like if you understand Japanese.
Because it says love?
No, it's still a reveal because now we know how he got it and that it was love from hate.
Yeah.
Got it, yeah. But,
I agree
that's just
with you
interesting
somewhat.
that they just knew.
Yeah, well, I remember when I was a kid, I found out that the kanji meant love, and I was like, oh, that's weird. That does seem like that Japanese watchers would have just known all along.
Like, I feel like if we were watching a show and they just had a tattoo of love on their forehead, like, I feel like that would be strange.
But to be fair, I feel like
and we'd be like,
our letters are much less beautiful than kanji,
that's
you know
true,
what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Oh my god.
What?
Kanji is so confusing.
Oh, yeah. But it's so goddamn aesthetically pleasing.
It really is.
The English language, like, kind of sounds really stupid in places.
The English language?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's like its whole deal.
Yeah.
Famously, it's like the dumbest language to learn.
Blur.
Yeah.
The word blur sounds so stupid.
You said it to me, and I thought that you were looking at me and just yelling nonsense. Like, I thought you turned to me and you were like, bleh. But no, blur is like a common word. That's how dumb,
Fucking, it's just... Yeah,
Katie, eat your fucking cough drop.
Finish the cough drop. Go for it.
Make it stop. But
Well, then you're just doing it
stops
wrong.
me from, like, hacking, though. Like, I was, like, it was not pretty.
I'd rather have you hacking than coughing.
Yeah, me too.
Gonna be
It's
honest.
hacking to a bank.
Monaco. The world is yours.
I told her to take cough medicine, but that still hasn't happened.
I don't own cough medicine. I have to go to the Moore store.
I've got a Lego. You want to pop some of that?
Did
Pop
you
some
say you
pills?
have a
What is
Lego?
that?
A Lego raw.
Does he want me to eat a Lego?
I was like, why are you
Eat
offering
a
her a
Lego.
Lego?
You can't cough when you're dead.
Speaking of dead, actually,
You know what? You really hopped on.
yeah. You know what's fucking crazy? Me and Evan were just okay. There was a club yesterday that was having a meeting, showing people how to make like cool Instagram filters.
Oh yes.
And we wanted to go learn it, so we go to that room. But next to it, first we got off the elevator and boom, there's a taxidermied wolf just sitting there with googly eyes. One of them was off. And we were just like, what the fuck? We walk up to it after being terrified, and it's the Pro-Life Club.
The wolf was the Pro-Life Club's mascot?
I think it was the Pro-Life Club. It was just a stand. And then all there was the taxidermy wolf. He was just sitting there. And me and Evan were just like, just staring at it. What do we do? We didn't even go to the Instagram filter thing. We were just like, I don't want to
be the anti-abortion wolf.
Yeah, it was so strange.
We have a pro-life club?
Right?
Probably.
We do have a Pro-Life Club.
I also
That's
like
such a
how
specific
they
thing.
met on the same day that the Planned Parenthood Club met.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here, wait, look at this fucking wolf.
Well, to be clear, the Pro-Life Club is just...
Look at this motherfucker.
Oh, that's not what I was picturing at all.
Bro, it's like
What?
flattened. It's like... The Pro-Life Club is a
What?
dead, like,
It's
wolf.
it's a dead wolf, yeah. Which, no offense, makes sense. Actually, offense. Yeah, offense.
See the one googly eye on the ground? I just don't know why they tortured this beast.
That is strange.
Because it's pro-life.
Yeah.
There's nothing pro-life
Good
about
point.
it. Actually.
Well, there's nothing pro-life about
No,
pro-life.
like-
No,
no,
it's no offense. No offense again. I don't know why I keep saying that.
All offense.
Yeah,
If you're
all
pro-life,
offense
you're
to
stupid.
pro-life people. Yeah. If you disagree with us, do some research. Trust me.
Yeah,
Trust
just
me.
go do it back.
And if you have done research and you still feel the way that you feel,
Why-
You're wrong. You're
Why do you
stubborn.
like-
Grow
yeah,
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. It's more dangerous for everybody if abortion's illegal. Not what this podcast is about, but.
but
It is an
now.
opinion we
now.
stand for.
But you know what?
Yes.
It's 2020. You gotta get involved.
Let's
folks.
get abortions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Let's get
Oh
abortions.
my god, can we all go together and do an
Oh my
episode
god.
of the
hold
Oh
pod?
my god.
hands.
Real
Oh my
radio getting abortion.
Oh my god.
We've said a lot of fuck shit on this podcast.
Yeah.
Surely this is what gets us tweets, right? Surely this is what makes people mad.
I mean, I don't think people should get mad. I mean, if people get mad, I mean, we're fighting to get, like, I hate pro-lifers. Like,
Oh, yeah,
Pro-lifers
no.
get
Okay.
mad, oh, well, you know.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't think they're like we've said. We meaning you, and Raj, and me sometimes, and then Katie giggles.
Yeah.
We've said some like problematic shit,
True.
but this is just like shit that needs to be talked about.
I guess
like,
that's true.
yeah.
I guess that's true.
Like-
oh, I'm not saying that we get canceled.
No,
I'm saying
but,
we
like,
get angry tweets.
if people angry tweet us,
Yeah.
I will go off.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
like you
As
cannot
long as-
control my fucking body.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
No, as
Like,
long as we're in agreement of where
no.
NaruTalk stands
Yeah.
on this issue.
NaruTalk
For
stands
sure.
at like
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Period.
Yeah. Oh my god. Actually, at Burger King, I used to work with this guy who was like the most insanely like right wing, like I'm talking like crazy conservative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was the biggest fan of Naruto ever.
Oh,
and I was just like, how can you be? The whole message of Naruto is like love everybody and like
friendship.
support
Like,
everyone.
it really is about the friends
There's
make all the way
Yeah.
and stuff.
everywhere everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And this guy hated that kind of shit.
Watch out for staffs that have huge monkey arms.
Yeah, bro.
Watch out.
If
watch out.
Yeah.
Right wing hate monkey arms.
It's
They
true.
hate staffs with monkey arms.
They just like stuffed
Animals.
wolves. Yeah.
Absolute king.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What-
Literally,
where
yes.
did you go just now, Ron?
This
I was
is
thinking about Enma the monkey king.
Oh, what?
You said
Honestly,
Burger
you just went
King.
to the
Were
bathroom.
you just listing
You
those
said-
things?
I don't know.
Liam, you
Did I
said
just pee
Burger
my
King, and
pants?
Raj was like, Burger King.
Burger.
All day I've been just watching New York City street food videos, and I've been just so when you said Burger King, I was like, oh man, Burger King's in the streets.
It's true.
It's
true. No, it was a treat working there, and by that I mean, I'm glad I don't anymore. So Gaara's in the past. He's like, yeah, I've got no one. I hate everyone. Blah blah blah.
I'm alone.
Yeah, this is how he got to where he is in the present. So in the present, Gaara's like, yo, Naruto, come and attack me, and he pushes. At this point, he's still holding Sakura against the tree, and he pushes onto her more. And so Sasuke's like, Naruto, why aren't you moving? But Naruto is just kind of being dramatic.
Standing there.
Yeah.
For a while.
He just
Dramatic
likes
For a
to.
hot minute.
Yeah.
Some would say for several episodes now.
Some would say, yeah. Some would say that the show.
And it's not even like he's like talking. Gaara's literally like, you're just standing
Yeah,
there.
I know. Gaara's like,
Weren't
dude,
you gonna
anything.
crush me? Like,
Yeah.
come on. I'm
but-
gonna kill her.
Eventually, Naruto's like, I know what to do. I'll summon Gamabunta, which is dope.
That's
I was like, oh yeah, it's about fucking time. So he bites his thumb, does the motherfucking
Yeah.
hand signs, puts his hand on the tree branch, and he focuses his chakra, and he calls forth Gamakichi, the newsies frog, I guess. He's like, hey, what's up? You got any snacks? Because I don't do nothing for nobody unless you give me snacks.
I love him so much.
Goddamn
He was just
crazy.
talking like this.
he says-
right
he-
word.
Well, first of all, he
What
reminds
are
me
you
of
doing? What do you
you.
want from me?
Because mad
so
times,
funny.
it's like, can you bring snacks to the recording? And I was like, he's just like, Raj.
Dude, yeah, and he's like yelling at Naruto. He's like, you anti-amphibian bigot.
It
like,
was so goddamn
like,
funny.
Yeah.
anti-amphibian, you big bigot. Like,
Yeah.
that is so funny.
I fucking love Gamakichi.
I want like a Naruto universe show, but just with the animals. Like,
Yeah,
that would
just
be
like the
so
funny
good.
animals
Yo,
that don't really
they
do
made
a lot.
like a Pokemon OVA or whatever, like just like a single episode
Yeah.
thing of Pikachu at a park for just Pokemon. Like, I wasn't a Pokemon kid, but
Wait, was
that's
it
like all I know.
You talking about the Pichu movie?
No,
The Pikachu movie where like he's like running around
He's at
and
like a
shit.
camp just for Pokemon.
Maybe.
I'm
There's
not-
this really good Pikachu movie
Uh-huh.
where he's just like, it's like 30 minutes of him just like,
It might be that.
of like jumping around, getting lost in a town of Pokemon.
Yeah,
and
yeah, it
stuff.
could be that. It could very well
It's
be that.
Such a good.
Yeah, yeah. But and
so
I would
beautiful.
love to see that for just all the summons, like Pakun talking with Gamakichi.
I want them to be all the
That'd
same
be
size
so
too.
good.
Like
Yeah,
Garabuta
yeah.
has to be 200 feet tall. Like the
Yeah.
snakes are out there just like eating shit.
The
They're
three
just like
snakes.
having a little conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Pakun
I,
and
I want to see what the
Gamabunta.
three snakes talk about
Oh,
with Pakun.
my-
Oh, I would love the three snakes talking to each other.
Yeah, yeah. It would be
The
cute.
snakes are just like talking over each other,
Yeah.
and Pakum's like, "Will you touch my paw? It's soft and something. Pay attention to me. Hey, I'm down
They
here."
come down, they do a little lick. They're like, oh, that is soft.
Wait, are all of the animals have weird accents?
We
They
have
do,
heard the
right?
snakes talk.
That's true. They
Well,
They
the
all
snakes
sound
are
like
from
different
Sam's,
variations of
yeah.
newsies.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
To be
what-
honest, what's a news?
my God.
Actually,
it's like in the when like late 1800s.
Yeah.
Like obviously we're
Oh,
talking
fuck.
about it's a musical. But like
I mean-
literally Newsies are they were like this like
Like
poor
newsboys.
kids who
Like
delivered
newspaper
papers.
boys, yeah.
They call them
Oh.
papes.
Yeah, but they're from New York City
Hey.
and they talk like this, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah,
It's
we're
a whole
there."
musical.
like
Basically, the way that
Superman's,
Liam and I
little
talk
friend,
to each other.
Yeah.
The newspaper
Yeah, like
kid.
Jimmy Olsen. Yeah,
Jimmy
yeah.
Olsen.
Yeah.
Superman really gave him a watch and said, "Just call me.
Yeah.
Let me know."
Yeah.
Like that's not crazy.
But it's interesting that you say that that was you, right? Who was like all the accents are like New York or whatever, you know? Did you just say that
I
just now?
think that was me.
That was you?
That was all.
Yeah,
Alright.
that was Morgan.
But,
I could say it.
You know, Raj and I do have
Raj
very
will say it now.
similar
all
voices.
accents are kind of like
Raj
that.
and I
Um,
do talk the same.
Like the point is, the reason that they made Gamakichi, because somebody would fucking email this to us, we know. The reason that they made Gamakichi's voice like that is because Gamabunta's accent in the original Japanese was a Hiroshima accent, which is like in the popular consciousness in Japan, Hiroshima accents are associated with gangsters,
Yeah.
just like that New York
Oh.
accent is in the U.S. So that's why
Yeah, that
that's
does
why they
make
did that
sense.
accent. It was like localizing.
That's really cool.
I
Yeah,
just
isn't
can't
that fucking
imagine like nowadays, like you get mugged in a corner and someone's like, "Hey!"
Yeah, I know, right?
You get like, I don't know. What do you do? Like, I'm not gonna be scared of that.
That is why
I don't
Uncut
know.
Gems is better than The Irishman.
Oh.
In a word, because The Irishman is like, yo, come over here, I'm from Ireland. Come on, it's me. And then Uncut Gems is like, yo, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, like that.
So
It's
bad.
like, okay, I'd rather have the, like, without the theatrics.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, come in, like,
But every
get
once in
over
a
here.
while, I love a little newsies, and I like Gamakichi's little voice. I think it's funny. Anti-amphibian over here.
I love it.
Yeah.
He does talk like a newsie.
He does. And
about that.
and Naruto's like not. He's like, yeah, I'm still ready to beat Gaara because Naruto's whatever. But Garuto.
Garuto.
Their
boy.
Super Saiyan fusion.
Oh my god.
No. Nine-tailed Shikaku though, that'd be dope.
That would be like 10 tails.
Yeah.
That'd
That
be-
would be 10 tails. That's true.
And then it's just a weird, wrong hentai.
Or a weird
Would it?
right hentai.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, it would be.
Oh boy.
Something about the way you just said.
Yeah,
ooh,
that was
you just
really
looked like
scary.
Wallace and
Don't
Gromit.
judge me. You eat half of a fucking
Yeah,
cough
Katie.
drop. Shut up, Katie.
Okay.
So Gaara is like, Naruto, your hero complex is so dumb. Like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
And then his whole upper body turns into the Shikaku like demon monster, except it still has. And sometimes I think to myself, we only get one chance to talk about these episodes, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I've had opinions on Naruto since I was 5, and this is my chance to say all this shit to the
Yeah.
world. So Gaara turns, like, both of his arms go Shikaku form, and he's got a tail and shit, and, like, his head is all that now. Except he still has a tuft of his hair on the top. And that's the dumbest looking shit I've ever seen in my life. And I've thought that since I was a little goddamn kid. I fucking hate
consistent
the
thought,
tuft
yeah.
of hair. It's so fucking dumb.
I do love the word tough.
I
Yeah.
didn't even notice it.
No, because it goes away in a second, but for a portion of this fight, it's mostly Shikaku, but with a little dumbass
And, like,
fucking tuft.
And Gaara's legs.
Yeah, and Gaara's
Calves,
calves.
yeah.
Yeah, and his
Would
skinny
you
little
prefer
feet.
he had,
Apparently,
like,
he can
a-
carry all of that giant demon on
Yeah,
his
Gaara
little
never
legs.
skips leg day.
Would you
He's
prefer
got
that he had like a
horns.
little beanie on or something? Like,
Yes.
would that help him?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Well, Gaara is white.
Alright. Is white.
Yeah.
Gaara
Which
is very
isn't how that would work.
Again, yes, despite being from a geographical location that he
Yeah.
would not be white.
Why not?
Unless because he's in his sand armor all the time, so he's never seen sunlight. And we've been over this
Yeah,
before.
there's a lot to
It's a whole thing.
Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got little tiny baby legs. It's weird. But he rips the arm that was holding Sakura free, but the hand stays there, and he just like reforms another hand. And he's like, yo, the hand that's still on the tree, it's gonna like compress and slowly kill Sakura. So there's a time limit on this fight because that makes everything more interesting.
It's so weird that like he really put a time limit on the
Yeah.
fight.
It was literally them looking at the audience and being like, we're raising the stakes.
It was literally like a reverse, what are the things?
Hentai.
Yeah, in a way
No?
it was, since
Hourglass?
nobody was fucking.
Hourglass. Because
Yeah.
instead of the sand falling, it hardened and
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sand.
Remember the time there was that?
totally.
Remember the time there was that hourglass
I
and
have no idea. I just didn't get it. You said
Wait,
something.
wait.
I was like,
Listen, do you remember that time that there was that hourglass and Shikamaru was like, and it stopped pouring sand, and Shikamaru, who we now know is the smartest motherfucker in the whole Leaf Village,
Yeah.
when, I guess they forgot to wind it up.
Yeah, I kind of
we all
forgot.
have
Because
a moment.
when that happened
Genius.
the first time, we didn't know he was a genius yet,
Yeah.
really. And I wanted to be like, guys, I don't know why he's so dumb. I don't know what's going on. What?
That's funny.
Shikamaru.
Maybe, to be fair, we also know that, like, during the Genjutsu, he completely, like, beat it. He just, like, pretended to, like... I think he was just, like, pretending to just... Like,
He
he
just
knew
wants to-
Gaara was there, and he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
If I acknowledge
But
it...
like, I feel that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I definitely
yeah.
like avoided conversations with people by pretending to be asleep.
No, Shikamaru's 100% the most relatable character, like, hands down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
he's
Shikamaru.
incredible.
And as we've said, he was the only smart member of Team Pakun, and, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Sucks that he's just with
If
Asuma.
only he applied himself.
It's true.
No, he does.
He did.
Well, he
now.
was gonna die.
Yeah, he applied himself this time, but
Yeah.
usually not. so
Usually
much.
he's like, what a drag.
What a drag, and pretends to be asleep, which still, most badass moment, maybe in the whole show. For all that we've seen,
Yeah.
him pretending to sleep through a terrorist attack. That's hilarious.
powerful. That's a power
that's
move.
That's a
His whole speech,
Hell no.
like, his whole, like, nihilistic speech is still, like... so good. It's like
the one about how he wants to be mediocre.
Yeah,
fucking loved that
so
one.
Good. He just has like objectively the best like monologues in the show.
Yeah. Oh my
They're
god.
so fun.
So goddamn funny. I gotta get. Come on, give us Shikamaru back.
Give us Shikamaru sideshow.
I don't know who I'm talking to.
Speaking of sideshow,
Yeah,
who do you think would get like a NaruTalk spin-off show? I think it'd be Katie. Like, quite honestly,
What?
anyone had to get a spin-off show.
What would Katie's NaruTalk spin-off show
Yeah,
be?
I don't know.
Okay,
I feel
so
like
it'd be
you
like
would
think
definitely,
about it. So like,
okay,
it's gonna be you in like your big old house, right? And it's kind of filmed like a Food Network show, where like there's like an audience and there's just the kitchen. You'd be there, and you would like just do like a variety of arts and crafts, and pretty much nothing Naruto related. You just make food, and people would just watch it.
So this is just.
Oh, she would
not a
not make
spin-off show,
food.
it's
Katie would never make food ever.
No, that's the whole point. You're not gonna be good at it. You're just gonna do it.
But I feel like she wouldn't do it anyway.
No,
Like,
no,
you
we're
gotta
not-
think logically.
No,
about
we're the
this.
directors
I'd
here.
make
It's
peanut butter and
NaruTalk
jelly.
presents the Katie Sedaris show.
Doritos.
So we make her cook. Every week I'm like, you have to learn 2 to 4 recipes.
Dumb.
The only thing that makes it a spin-off is that there's an episode of Naruto playing in the background.
Yeah.
Yes.
On like a really small
When the
team.
name says no filler, you cut out like half the ingredients. We like Russian
Like,
roulette. We
like
want
the
you to make a
seasoning?
steak, but we take out the steak. What are you gonna do
It's
then?
just salt on a plate.
And that's your
Throw it
spin-off
on your
show.
testicles, seasoned testicles. See?
Boom.
Little callback.
Oh, callback.
Little callback
Like
for you.
that.
We'll make it like it'll become hole in a wall for
Oh,
like half a minute.
Okay, funny story about that callback specifically. So for those of you who are like, what the fuck callback is that? I was talking about how I TA for a class called RAD, which is, whoa, Upstate just came out hard. Rape regression defense. And I had that yesterday. And we were talking about specific target areas for when you're defending yourself. And we were like, groin, torso, chin, nose, eyes. And somebody was like, what about the butthole? And it took all of my power
To not
be
say-
like, oh yeah, just 1,000 years of death.
Yeah, to not phrase
Because like
it.
I couldn't because the inspector of UPD was standing next to me and I was like, I don't think I should say that.
Right. And also you were in like a very serious self-defense class.
Oh, it was
but-
not serious at all because somebody said, what about the butthole?
Well,
and then
sure.
everybody laughed. Butthole.
Butthole.
Sand butthole. Gaara.
Yeah.
Gaara?
Gaara is the monster mostly now. And Tamari's worried about that. And she's like, yo, if this finishes up, we're in big trouble. So, Gaara shoots a bunch of sand shuriken out of his arm, and Naruto's like just barely able to dodge it, but he grabs Gamakichi and moves him out of the way too. It's cute. The frog is like, yo, who is this son of a bitch with this crazy hair and this wild...
Who is that guy?
Yeah, what's going on here? And, but I thought it was interesting because we can barely recognize Gaara now. Because at this point, the tuft of hair has gone away. And so
That was all that was
it's
keeping
like
us
he's doing this
recognizing
pose, and I only bring it up because I vividly remember it from the manga. It must have been like a big panel.
Yeah.
But he's like, he's got his head twisted to the side and his arms are down. He's like, wow, look at me. Except again for his calves, his little tiny baby calves, which are sticking out at the bottom, which is funny. So we cut to on top of the cheating exams arena again.
I
Which
keep forgetting. Every single time I forget, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and then it's been like 4 episodes of just cutting back and the exact same thing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orochimaru's trying to pull the Kusanagi blade through
It's not working this
Sarutobi.
time.
Well, yeah, and
That's new.
holding it, or it's gone too far, whatever. And
Before Enmo couldn't hold it back. No.
yeah, maybe it's just at the hilt at this point, and like to get it through further would take more. Because the third at this point is like he's like white. But still he's like, no, I'm gonna keep pulling at your soul. And Orochimaru is like, how the fuck do you still have chakra left? But the third is like,
How the fuck is this fight still happening?
true.
I'm so over it.
That's
Okay.
I agree with that.
Very
sentiment.
generous of you to call this a fight.
Yeah. How is
No, this is the fight of their lives. It's so slow.
for what?
You need a cough drop.
I'm really sick. Do you
I
have
just
any
finished
extra
the
cough
last
drops?
one.
So not
I'm
only did
finished,
you-
but it's in my mouth.
You didn't even bring enough
Effectively
to
eat
share
them.
with the class.
Exactly.
I have more in my room.
Oh
That's
my
your
God,
room.
You're killing.
Also, why did you only bring 2? We recorded for such a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think to bring any. It's just those just happened to be in my
At the
coat
end of this
pocket.
episode, which is soon, Raj, you want to pee?
Yes.
And can we get cough drops?
Sure.
All right, agreed. Break. But actually, back
But
to the
not
episode.
break.
Not break. Focus again. So the third is like, strength isn't just chakra; it's in your soul and whatever. And he talks about it later. We'll get to that. Back in the forest, Naruto he sees the loneliness in Gaara's eyes, and he empathizes with it, and also empathizes with the fact that he turns into a demon, like literally.
But like,
Yeah, because the world has always detested and shunned Naruto.
Little baby Naruto.
Yeah. He's been ostracized his whole life for a fate that is completely out of his control. Yeah. So much so, and you have to imagine, like Gaara is always like, oh, if I kill people, it validates my existence. But if everybody turns their back on you and you don't have anyone who cares for you, then ending somebody's life is literally the only way for you to know you exist.
But, so, I was, like, watching this, and I was, like, thinking about it, and Naruto gives his whole speech. He's like, but I have, like, all these people. I have, like, Kakashi and Sakura and Sasuke sometimes, and, like,
sure.
all of this stuff. But, like, it just kind of goes to show that, like, one, your mentality greatly affects all of that.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, yeah, Gaara's, like, alone, but he's not.
He's got Tamari and Ibiki.
Like, and Tamari tries so hard.
Yeah.
Like, I said something to Katie because Tamari, they, like, cut back to Tamari every once in a while, and she's like, oh, the transformation, like, oh, it's so scary, what if we die? Ah, my fan! But, like, if you think about it, she does not leave his side.
Yeah.
There's nothing she can do, and she's still there because she doesn't want anything bad to happen to him or to anyone.
Yeah.
So, like, he's really not. He's just so deep in this hole of, like,
the
being,
irony
like,
of
forgetting.
It. Yeah.
Or not forgetting.
Of, like, being...
Giving up was what I was going to say, and then I said forgetting, which is not how the English language works.
No, but I agree. But and that's the thing, is that Naruto was able to recognize the people that care about him. But if, like imagine if Haruka never came to Naruto's rescue in episode 1, and it was just Mizuki being like, yo, you suck, you're the Nine Tails, everyone hates you, fuck you.
We got a Mizuki cameo.
Yeah, we did.
That was awesome.
I was like, yo, repping the TAs up in this
right
shit.
Here.
But yeah, because Naruto found all those people, they've sort of validated his existence and, like, gave him a reason to live, which is what Gaara wants, because he's alone all the time. So really, they're the same. And honestly, Naruto questions, he's like, maybe being alone is what makes you strong. Like, I don't know, did I choose the right path or whatever? So Gaara threatens to kill Sakura if Naruto doesn't fight, and so he leaps forward, he shadow clones it up. Gaara repels them, though, with wind-style sandstorm devastation, which looks dope because it causes a bunch of mouths to open up on his monster body, which is fucking fire. That's, like, some real demon shit. Yeah. And they all exhale this, like, cyclone of sand, which pushes Naruto back, ends his assault, no effort. And Gaara, like, he keeps firing more wind bullets at Naruto, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna play with you until you lose hope and abandon your friends. So Naruto is just, he keeps getting sent back from Gaara's attacks, and Sasuke and Pakun look on helplessly until, eventually, Gaara's assault abates, and Naruto regains his footing, and he does his classic, I vow to win. Yeah. And that's the end of the episode. That's pretty much it.
That was a good one.
I did like
it gets better. Yeah. Stay tuned while I go pee.
Okay, and now, hey guys, we're back from our pee break. It felt like a really long pee break, which is the only reason that I have to, like, address it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've grown and changed, and I did change my clothes. I'm in pink now too.
But
now we all match.
I love peeing. Well, that's a lie. I hate peeing. I pee like 200 times a day. But I love the feeling of, like, emptying your bladder and your balls. Top 5 feelings in the world. Losing that tension in there.
Say your bladder and your balls? Did you jerk off, bro?
I meant to say bowels, but maybe I said my balls.
I think you did.
You're watching. No, I bet you said bowels. I bet you said bowels, and I just misheard.
Maybe I just unloaded as I peed.
Said balls. Wow.
Sometimes you do the old squirt and jerk. Is that?
Look, I do tell people that when you pee, you should tug at least 10 times just to, like, let it all out.
You know, maybe.
I mean, I'm the one who allegedly did it. I should be defending myself.
Okay. If so much of society is
I didn't jerk off in your bathroom.
No,
Katie. I feel like I
wasn't right paying attention to that.
I hope you were. I wasn't.
You were paying attention to him jerking off.
No.
Well, that's good.
Well,
it's not even like I was giving you a weird look. Like, I looked away, and then you were like, I wasn't jerking off in your bathroom, just so you know. Which makes it suspicious, and now it sounds like you did.
No.
Well, now it sounds like you were watching.
Very worst, I, like...
What?
Maybe, like, swallowed a lot of your Listerine. Like, just maybe.
Yeah.
That's why the door was locked
it's Sam's and she hates mint, so...
Yeah.
Well...
Easy trip.
Easy trip.
Listerine. Wait a second, that's not water.
Fucking call me my own lie. I feel like you'd have to know that detail to know that was a lie as well.
It was,
We need Sherlock out here to really break apart this podcast. This entire episode, we're all talking in lies and code.
Yeah, no. This is the NaruTalk episode to listen to high, and you'll be like, whoa, they're talking about so much crazy shit.
Oh, jerking off in bathrooms.
Whoa, I'm jerking off in the bathroom right now. Morgan, can you give us a Hinata noise for all the people jerking off in bathrooms out there?
Hang on, let me get some water. Give me like a scene.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a scene that...
Yeah, where I'm gonna make my Hinata noise.
Okay. Naruto returns from his fight with Gaara. He takes off his jumper or whatever the fuck.
Drop him.
And he takes off the fishnets that everyone wears underneath. Hinata goes over with her that healing cream that she had that one time. And Naruto's like, hey, Hinata, what lovely no pupils you have.
Thanks, Naruto.
Well,
Do you need to go back to our bathroom?
Guys. I'll save it for tomorrow's podcast.
Wow.
Save for the next podcast.
Save what? Jerking off for the next podcast?
Yeah.
That's
You
what
can only
we're
jerk
doing
off
for the
once a
next Real
podcast.
Radio.
That's a podcast.
Rio Radio 10, Broad Masturbation.
In Katie's bathroom.
Oh
ASMR.
no!
It's the
Just like a
episode, and Morgan's just like Morgan's just
I don't
narrating
know.
what's
As
Hinata
Hinata.
moan in the background.
Oh my god.
That's it. No.
Oh my god, Hinata would be great at ASMR.
Yeah.
She's so quiet.
And so sexual, but vaguely. Like ASMR.
Wow. Fantastic.
Yeah. So 78. Gaara is like disappointed that Naruto's not able to touch him because he's in like full crazy mode. So he's like, bro, come on, hit me. And he's mocking Naruto, putting the pressure on Sakura, and Naruto wraps a kunai in a paper bomb. And he's like, alright, I don't know how effective this is, but I gotta do my best. I gotta get to it. So he shadow clones it up, and he dives towards Gaara for a clone body slam. Mm-hmm. Cool move, very Dave Mata. Gaara catches the...
Yes.
Who's back, by the
Welcome
way?
back, Dave
Did you guys
Mata.
see him today? I was like,
I was so happy.
He's not dead. He hasn't.
Dave can't die.
Well, I'm an
Yeah.
avid follower of his Instagram, so I knew he wasn't dead.
He tags me in some Facebook posts, which I love.
That's incredible.
Yeah, if it's
That
like
is
Naruto related, he'll tag me in it, which I think is great. Yeah, my friend on Facebook and our patron, Dave Mata.
Am I friends with Dave Mata on Facebook?
You should friend him. Friend the
Okay.
kids. Dave Mata's whole family. Friend him. And in a way, then you'll be a Mata too.
I already am.
Yeah, that's true. We're all
What would you
Matas.
do if Dave Mata was actually my father?
I have never met your father.
I think that might be a lie.
No, I've never met either of your parents. You know
I
this.
think that might be a lie.
What? That Dave Mata's your father, or that I've never met your father?
I think it might be a lie that Dave Mata.
I've never met the fam,
I don't
dog.
think you have.
You don't think I've what?
Wait, no.
Not met them? Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking?
I
You don't
don't
think
know.
he's not met them?
Dave Mata, be my dad.
So
I've only met them like
that's the moral
once,
of the story.
so
You've met Dave
I
Mata?
believe-
You've
No.
met Dave Mata?
No, Morgan's parents.
What are you talking about? Morgan's parents on a Naruto podcast, Katie.
Oh my god.
What the hell are you doing?
Is Dave Mata not your parents?
Dave Mata is both of my parents.
Yes, he's so strong that he just like flexed his muscles and out of them Morgan formed. Like, you know how Zeus thought really hard and then
Yeah.
Athena came out of his brain?
Yes.
It's like that, but muscle.
Oh yeah, no, he could definitely push out Morgan with his muscles. Just like flex.
Yeah.
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 Dude. It's like that episode of South Park where Randy has to make the world's like biggest shit and the current record was a human being.
Yeah.
So it's like that. Morgan, you can be the world's biggest muscle flex.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't thank me, thank Dave Mata. All
Thank
that hard
you.
work at the
Hey,
gym.
I say that every day. I say, don't thank, I don't know, God. Fuck God. Dave Mata, live forever. Fuck the government. Fuck God. Nothing but Dave
Mata
Mata.
forever. Wait, so how many times a day do you go to the gym? Like, how many days a week do you go to the gym?
Usually 6.
So, do you think if you went 7, you'd unlock Dave Mata? Well, Dave Mata probably goes 8 days a week.
Yeah, Dave Mata. Yeah, he like he can break time space open and like step into a new.
Dave
day.
Mata
Well,
doesn't
like-
even count like how many days he goes to the gym. He counts how many days a week he goes home.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hardcore.
But also,
Dave, go home more.
yeah, I know your kids miss you too. No accusation about. Yeah, he's also an amazing dad. That's what's so amazing.
Dave
about
Mata's
him.
the
He's
best
just an
dad.
amazing person.
He's our dad.
Yeah.
He's the dad of the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag dad of the pod.
He gave me my first beer. He taught me how to
He
shave.
gave me my first kiss. Taught me how to shave.
He made me.
Yes, right. He flexed you into existence. Katie, what do you do for you?
Coal.
Yeah,
because
Coal because
yeah, I got coal for Christmas from Dave Mata. Oh, because he was Santa in the Christmas episode.
Katie, shut up.
Oh.
We're so mean to you in this episode. It's not like intentional. You just keep saying stupid
very
shit.
clearly.
It's like very pointed.
It's very aggressive. Oh, speaking of Dave Mata.
He texted you? Oh, is he in the thing right
Checking
now?
up on my daughter. How's my big flex doing?
My big flex. I really think that is a shit name.
Wait, that's so funny. No, he just sent us a message in the Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, might as well see
Give
you.
us money.
Fine. The best Patreon plug we've ever had. Give us money.
Discord.
What
Money.
But led with me going, he just messaged me on Discord.
Yeah, classic. A classic. So.
I can't wait for him to hear this and then comment on it to us.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He'll be in the Discord. He'll be like, yeah. Do you want one?
My big flex.
Do you want it?
What is it?
Cough drop.
What flavor?
Cherry.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
I love cherry.
You do have a lollipop.
I'm not a honey guy.
I am.
And
You're a
Honey
guy.
guy's a honey guy.
Katie's got a dick confirmed.
Yeah.
no, listen. You don't need to have a dick to be a guy.
True.
But you
No, don't snap right now. Morgan's gonna have hands right next to the microphone, as if we need any more of that. Yeah.
you know what we need less of?
Coughing.
Hot honey cough drops. Katie, you
They're good.
Wait, we need less of them?
When in doubt, shit on Katie.
When in doubt, shit on Katie.
How do you like it, Morgan? Morgan's trying one of the honey
I don't
cough
know if
drops.
she's
Makes
actually
me
licking it or just pretending to.
Out of my
She definitely
peripheral, I thought
liked
you were
it.
smoking the cough drop.
Okay.
That would
Morgan
be
does love to
impressive.
smoke.
They're good.
Famously.
Biggest smoker I know.
I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion or a popular
smoke?
opinion or just an
Pretty
opinion.
popular.
Pretty popular, yeah.
But Ricola cough drops, fire.
They're so good. That's what the ones I got.
Fire jingle, not to fire product.
Are these Ricola?
Oh, fire jingle.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
but
call
not those ones.
Yeah,
like,
that shit's iconic.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Not
you were talking
the,
about it.
no. They taste very similar, but not these ones.
I like Halls personally.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm. You know what? I usually
Or
honestly.
Ludens.
I just go for like a lollipop. Just eat a lollipop. It does the same thing.
Just make yourself
You didn't know
believe
that
it does
until
the same
today,
thing.
didn't you?
Katie, do you think I'm an idiot? Are you looking
Think
at
I'm
me
fucking
in the eye
stupid,
and calling me
Katie?
stupid right now?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are you really?
No.
On live television?
Yes.
On live.
I
Where's
am.
the
If we were
camera?
on live television, yes, I am.
Hey, you guys want to know something weird while we're not talking about Naruto?
Yeah.
So I looked up. Okay, so I'm going to Indiana in like 2 weeks, right? I'm going with my little brother because I have family out there. And I looked up our listeners in Indiana, and it breaks it down on Anchor by like place in Indiana. And obviously,
Yes.
I don't know anywhere in Indiana. So I was scrolling through and I was looking. There's a place called Syracuse, which is crazy. 8% of our listeners from Indiana are from there. There's a place called New Albany. 6% of them are from there.
What?
Insane, right? So I was scrolling down, and then I find. So my family from Indiana is on my dad's side. My dad's name. No, not his first name. I won't give away that. But my name's Liam English, and I have the same last name as my dad, English. The English name comes from Indiana. That's where my dad's from, and they're like old blood in Indiana, right? So I'm scrolling down, and the last place on the Indiana list of places where 2% of Indianian listeners come from is just called English.
Oh my god.
So is it the homeland?
Your homeland
Is it the home?
Is Mother Indiana calling me home? Take me home, country
We
roads!
gotta do it.
To the place I belong.
What if we go to Indiana and record with the Englishes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
They all have like really thick accents too.
We'll all live like a really like farmhand life
Yeah.
as we record like a YouTube video of us like NaruTalking while
Yeah.
like we milk cows and shit.
They've got loads of cigarettes out there. I'll tell you that much.
Yes. I feel like
And
everywhere I
what do you
go,
like mayonnaise, Katie. What do you? They
What?
eat a lot of mayonnaise in the Midwest.
No.
I just keep picking up new habits in the worst places.
Uh-huh.
Like I dropped water only. Like no, like I
You
started
dropped water only?
No, never. Oh, my god,
dude, you freaked
yeah.
me out.
Yeah,
for a
that
second.
freaked me out.
Yeah.
I picked up water only coming to school, and now I'm surrounded by soda. I picked up a smoking habit, but cigarettes suck in New York. Like getting them are so hard.
Yeah.
When like
They just
literally
raised the age to 21
like,
everywhere. Yeah.
everywhere else in the world, it's like 5 cents a pack in like
Yeah.
Romania. Like what the fuck? Like,
Hey, we have a guy in the Discord from Romania.
send me cigarettes.
What's
we have
Paul, I think?
Do we have a PO box?
No.
We should make one.
What?
We're gonna have to
fan mail.
We're gonna have to make one because I have to email the $25 patron stuff.
Yeah.
Or
just use your mail your mailbox.
I guess I could just use my email at my mail at I keep saying email.
Yeah.
It's because physical mail I just never think about.
It's unreal.
We'll start that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can just use my personal here, right? Like, because we're at a school, so it's like I feel like that's because you use a PO box.
Realistically, I hope to get sent is like anime body pillows, and cigarettes,
weed, and or weed.
If they send us, weed,
I don't think you can send weed in the mail.
Yeah, I don't know if that's possible. If you could do it,
ketamine.
If you could just send me drugs.
Yeah, any drug is fine.
Once the PO box is open, just send us whatever.
Yeah.
No weird shit though, you weirdos.
A little weird shit.
Maybe some.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm down for weird shit.
Yeah, just a touch, just a sprinkle. So, Naruto dives towards Gaara, clone body slam. That's where this all started.
Speaking of weird shit. Right?
Clone body slam.
Is this not?
Rat
It doesn't even benefit the podcast.
I know.
That was for him.
Look at you learning.
Sorry, that's
Katie.
negative reinforcement right there.
Yeah, that was negative. I'm sorry, Katie.
Stressed. What are all of us?
I don't know.
Case study.
A case study. Yeah. Yeah. This will be uncovered. One of the guys who left a 5-star review on our podcast, I clicked over to one of the other two Naruto podcasts that we're competing with. If you're listening and you listen to Naruto podcasts, you probably know what they are. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
And he commented on another one of them, and on both of them he was like, "This is my favorite Naruto podcast." On ours and the other one. Fuck that, man! You're a traitor.
Listen, don't sit on the fence. All right, just pick ours.
Yeah,
it's objectively the best one.
Exactly. I know the one that you commented on, and I know there's only 3 hosts. There's 4 of us. We are literally better multiplied times. There's more of us. And we talk about Naruto so much. We're so specifically just talking about Naruto. And not random bullshit. Yeah, exactly. But Gaara catches those clones in the air. It's cool. And Naruto vaults over them, overshoots it a little bit, goes behind Gaara, then makes another clone to jump off the back of midair. It's dope. He's shooting towards Gaara, and he's like, "All right, here goes. Secret taijutsu, the ultimate move of Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja, the strongest move in the whole Leaf Village." And he jams that kunai up Gaara's asshole.
Isn't that weird that the episode's called Naruto's Ninja Handbook and he immediately opens up with not one of his moves?
Yes, but that is the first note he took was ass play effective.
But also, he didn't do it with his fingers. He did do it with a kunai.
With a knife.
With a fucking blade.
Which I'm going to go ahead and say don't recommend.
Don't. If you're not professional, just don't.
Yeah.
No blades, no light bulbs, no hamsters.
Yeah.
Where are you getting this from?
Just things not to put up your ass.
People do that.
Yeah, experience.
All of those things I just listed have been done by people.
But by a friend that Morgan knows.
I just can't imagine hamstering your asshole. I know people have done it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. How do you
You got a
do
little
it?
guy living in there. It's kind of fun. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Are you the friend Morgan?
I'm not. Speaking of things in your butthole, enemas, which is what Pakun is like, that must have been a shitty enema, which I thought was a weird line.
Crazy he said enema.
I know.
That's weird.
I know.
It's also non-enema.
I know. And also, for something that isn't an enema, to draw attention to the word enema, which is really similar to enma, which is a monkey king.
Yeah.
Crazy. A lot of crazy shit going on. Anyways, Gaara shoves Naruto away, he crashes into Sasuke, whatever, and then the paper bomb explodes, because the kunai was wrapped in the paper bomb. And the dust clears, and Sasuke manages to sort of scramble out from under Naruto, so he's getting a little better. But he's like, man, even though you put in all that work, all you did was dissolve half of Gaara's sand shit, but it didn't even wound Gaara on the inside at all. Well, emotionally, a little bit it hurt him, but not the physical.
Yeah.
He's changed.
Yeah, he's a little more woke now.
Oh my god.
Now that he's gotten into ass play.
Jesus.
I hate it.
So Gaara's he thinks to himself, he's like, oh, the point below my tail is actually my weakest point. So good for Naruto. He got lucky there.
I think the point below everyone's tail is their weakest point.
Ain't that the truth, Ruth? Sasuke demands that Naruto save Sakura even if it means abandoning him. The Uchiha struggles to his feet, prepared to give his life to save his comrades and refusing to lose everything again. So I have so much to say about this. First of all, it's fucking amazing that he's like, oh, I lost my entire clan, I can't let that happen again.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope. Second of all, he's willing to die to protect Naruto and Sakura.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they showed Itachi in this episode or what, but it was very much like, oh, he's willing to not kill Itachi. Like, he's willing to not get his revenge to protect his friends.
Yeah.
That is such... And it, like, flashes back to the Land of Waves. We see him that time that we all thought he died because he was protecting Naruto from Haku. Like, and we remember that, like, Kakashi, all of his friends died, and he was like, yo, I always protect my comrades. Like, so much is going on in this moment of Sasuke wanting to sacrifice himself.
Where did Sasuke come from?
Just now?
Yeah.
He's been lying on a tree because...
No. Because when Naruto flies back, Sasuke also flies on top of him.
Yeah, Naruto...
I think Naruto hit him.
Yeah, Gaara, like, hits him into him.
Yeah, and then they both went
No,
flying.
he does not.
Yeah.
It's only Naruto who's hit. Sasuke...
No.
Yes, but he
Naruto-
flies and then hits
Gaara,
bumps
like,
into
throws
him.
him into Sasuke.
And so then Naruto hits Sasuke, and
And-
they
but-
both...
You know what? No. You know what? No, you're wrong. You're all wrong.
You're
Because
all just
obviously
wrong.
he doesn't hit Sasuke
He
and Beetles
does.
can't fucking fly.
Beetles
so
can't
So
fly.
mad about the beetle thing.
It's like in Heavy
But
Rain
Sasuke
when Jason gets fucking hit by a car. It's clearly fucking the main dude who gets hit by the car. It's just that.
Yeah.
Where does Sasuke come from? But Sasuke's line at the end is cool. Where he's like, if I die, then this is as far as I was meant to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm
hardcore.
saying.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, this is like... I don't know. I felt like when the curse mark came back... Well, I guess we talked about this a lot last week, I think. But I thought that was like, oh shit, Sasuke's choosing like in the dark.
Yeah.
But this very much feels like he's being like, no.
He's going Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought, but now it feels more like he's not. He's like, oh no, my friends are more important than that path and than that like goal of mine. So that's dope. And also like Gaara spent a ton of time being like, oh, your purpose is to like avenge your thing, and so we're the same. And he's also rebuking like Gaara's philosophy.
Yeah.
Can I have this cough drop? I'm sorry that I shit on the flavor.
Sure, but
Thank
I'm
you.
also going to unwrap more because I need more and
Can
I
you
have
throw
more.
it under the table? Like,
Sure.
relatively
Let's just
quiet.
have a cough drop opening.
What if we all just talk? And
Yeah.
then it's totally fine. I thought it was really interesting that, like, no, I'm being serious.
Okay.
Let me fucking talk.
I am. Okay,
Don't
okay.
laugh at me.
I'm not.
I just thought
You're
it was.
still laughing! Stop it! God!
I thought it was, like, very commendable that he allowed himself to say, hey, no, that was where I was, but this is where I am now, and I'm seeing that you're trying, and I'm seeing what Gaara is doing to you and to us, and I'm tired of it, and I'm willing to go as far as I can possibly go. Are you willing to do the same?
That's awesome. Yeah. Nice covering of the crinkling.
I'm sorry, did you unwrap one?
I have more
Oh,
in my
I was
hands.
like,
I just
Katie.
did one at a time.
I'll
Then you
keep
placed it.
I'll keep going. Naruto stands with Sasuke and he's like, Gaara can't be as strong as us because he's alone. We learned from Haku, people are strongest when they protect those that are precious to them. Inspired to save his friends at any cost, Naruto releases an absurd amount of chakra and he does the same thing that he did against Mizuki in episode 1. He just fills the fucking forest with clones. Like, literally 2,000 actually. He jumps at Gaara, who's like half melted. He can't do anything. And everyone's impressed. Gaara's scared as fuck. And Naruto's like, yo, Sasuke, stand back. I got this. We good. And
Take a break. He literally is like, you can rest. You deserve
he's like,
it.
chill out. Yeah. He jumps at Gaara. He starts with Shuriken from every angle because there's 2,000 of him.
Yeah.
Gaara obviously blocks those, but then he hits him with, you know the move that Lee does, where it, like, and Sasuke copied, and then Naruto copied, where it's like kicking him up and then kicking him down. He does that, but with 2,000 of him. So it's the Uzumaki Barrage 2K, and it's insane. He pummels him, and it like Gaara's sand thing starts to lose its form.
Yeah.
He's getting hit so bad. So like just this shapeless sandy blob plummets to the forest floor and creates a crater. That's how it already goes when he lands. Naruto doesn't let up, and he's like, okay, what am I gonna do? And he plans to do 4,000 kicks, like a kick with every leg on all 2,000 clones, to finish Gaara off. But before he can, Gaara, refusing to lose to, quote, a guy like Naruto, which is interesting, because, like you said, Temari and Kankuro really, like, they do care for Gaara.
Yeah.
So if Gaara loses to Naruto, then he shows himself that all of this loneliness was for nothing.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a
Really
fuck ton.
sad.
We love a children's TV show.
Yeah. No, oh my god. That's in my notes. Like, not the outline, but like the little tiny notes. Like, oh my god, I really feel like I got educated this week. Like, I really feel like I was PBSing over here.
But imagine being like 9 and watching this and being like,
Why is he a blob of sand?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Why is he a blob of sand? I guess I am stronger with my friends. I learned so much today. But yeah, so Naruto's diving towards Gaara, and then Gaara shoots out his sand in every direction, destroys every clone, and there's this like, you know, because when clones disappear, there's like that little plume of smoke. It like shoots up, covers the whole forest, and when it fucking clears, we see what Tamari's been afraid of this whole time, and what the sand turned into, because Gaara has taken the complete form of Shikaku. So, what do you guys think about it?
Was glad that I was right in thinking that his original transformation was
Yeah.
weak as fuck, because it was.
Yeah, and that was not the final form.
Yeah, if the final form was half of his face and one arm, I would have been upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
that would
second
be-
thought is, why does he talk like that?
Wait, we're not there yet. It's still with Gaara's voice actor.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right now it's just Gaara.
You're right. That's the only thought I've had ever, is
Yeah.
that why?
Right now it's just Gaara in the form of Shikaku. But it's giant.
All stupid.
Yeah, it's like twice as tall
Massive.
as the entire forest. Like
Just start with that.
yeah, it's fucking insane.
And
And it
lead in with massive.
yeah. But this is what they've all been afraid of. Shikaku literally just raises a hand and snakes. Thinking about Orochimaru. Sand.
Metal Gear?
Yeah. Or Metal Gear, sure. Sand snakes around Naruto's body, and you know, like the fucking sand coffin. And Naruto's freaking out. He's panicking. The sand's surrounding him. He's almost entirely out of chakra, so he thinks about Sakura. And he's like thinking about his friends, and he's thinking about how he's running out of time. And he focuses. And as the sand coffin closes in on him, he takes the blood that he coughed up earlier when he crashed into Sasuke, and he does the summoning jutsu signs as the sand is closing in on him to kill him. So Gaara uses sand burial, which is the thing where he crushes the sand coffin, at the exact same time that Naruto uses the summoning jutsu. But this time, Naruto actually does summon Gamabunta, and he fucking destroys the sand coffin and like bursts out. And Gamabunta's fucking massive, and he's facing down Shikaku eye to eye.
I love the whole fucking, like the way Naruto does the words.
Yeah,
and it
he
just-
says
Ooh,
the jutsu. Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Oh my god, it's badass as fuck. And I'm so excited to see Gamabunta. And so is Gaara. Because, you know, he loves a good fight.
Yeah.
Sasuke's like, what is going on?
What did I miss?
When did you, like, what
So
is
basically,
happening?
these episodes are just straight up revenge for Naruto having no idea what was going on after Sasuke got the curse mark.
Still
It's
doesn't.
Sasuke's turn.
Yeah, Naruto
Yeah.
still doesn't know what the curse mark
He's
is.
just like, what crazy tattoo.
Yeah, he literally,
Yeah.
because he caught up to Sasuke after the curse mark got activated. So maybe he's just like, oh, well, he was running through the woods, he must have gotten a tattoo.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But Naruto's an idiot,
Treetop
so-
tattoo parlor.
Yeah,
Oh my god, me.
yeah, you should.
Or he's gonna run that in the
move
future.
to the
when
trees.
when she lives in the Naruto world. Like, Raj is gonna have his porn shop,
Yes.
and Morgan's gonna have her tattoo in the trees.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
We're unlocking
Different levels.
jobs in the Naruto world. So Gamabunta, he is like, I'm not gonna help you, he says to Naruto. And Naruto's mad as fuck. He's like, but you said I was your henchman, and you should help your henchman. But Gamabunta is like, but we never had sake together, so we're not actually partners. And also, he doesn't want to mess with Shikaku, who he recognizes. That's something, definitely, but it doesn't get addressed. So Gamabunta is saying he doesn't want to help Naruto, and so Gamakichi leaps on Naruto's head, and he's like, Dad, because Gamabunta is Gamakichi's dad.
That's crazy.
I know. He's like, hey, listen, this motherfucking sandy ass bitch over here, he was picking on me, and Naruto stood up for me and he helped me survive. So you should help him out. He's more than meets the eye. And so,
I'd like to imagine that Gamabunta is every Toad's dad,
yeah,
and he just gets around.
that toad that
my
Jiraiya
gosh.
was masturbating on top of the first time we met him.
Yeah.
Yep. I think those are all the toads we know.
Well, because like when
All the
Toad,
tadpoles.
when
All
yeah,
the tadpoles, yeah.
when toads and frogs like have babies, there's a lot of them. It's a lot of tadpoles.
Yeah.
So like a lot of eggs.
They do call him Chief Toad.
So
Yeah. I'd say that
Gamabunta gets around.
canonically he's everybody's dad. Just like Dave Mata. Gamabunta is the Dave
Oh my
Mata.
god.
Yes.
Oh my
Dave
god.
Mata
Yes.
is Gamabunta.
Yeah. So, hearing that Naruto is like protecting his kid, Gamabunta accepts Naruto as his henchman and draws his fucking skyscraper-sized sword.
Insane.
It's
It was-
dope as fuck.
In my head, I was like, "Oh, that's a cool sword," and then I was like, "Wait, Gamabunta's like 8 stories tall.
Yeah, it's dope as shit. And he's like ready to take down Shikaku. So he runs towards him, leaps into the air, and cuts off his right arm, which flies away and dissolves into loose sand with such force that it creates a shockwave for everybody still below the forest, like the tree line. Still, Gamabunta loses his grip on the sword and he's really tired out because Gaara's sand is so heavy and hard to cut through. Moreover, if the battle keeps going at this rate, the entire forest will be destroyed. Yeah. So Naruto is like, hey man, I need you to get this fight out of here so that Sakura doesn't get hurt. And then Gamakichi's like, oh yeah, he's scared that his little girlfriend. Get little girlfriend over here.
Ooh,
yeah.
Little kissy little weirdo. Ooh. That's what he does, man.
It's true. Naruto doesn't deny it though. You know, because he wishes.
Yeah.
That's like such an awkward position to be in. Because like,
I know.
He's a simp. Naruto is such a simp. It is insane. How do they explain people? So a simp is, how do I put it? Okay, so basically, Sakura has repeatedly rejected Naruto, right? Mm-hmm. And even before rejected, it was just like outwardly not feeling him in any sort of way. Yet he continues his hardest to try to like talk to her and get with her, despite her very clearly feeling not that way.
Comfortable, yeah.
So, like,
I
just don't get how, like, people are surprised that we've birthed a generation of simps because we've had shit like this. I'm not saying I'm a simp. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, if I was, it would be Naruto's fault.
It's be Naruto's fault, essentially. I'm just a psychologist. I stare at people. I find reasoning for brain activity.
When I stalk people, it's technically a case study.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What gets me through court.
Through court?
Anyways.
So, Temari is scared of what Gaara will do next, so she starts to run away when her brother's upper body rises out of Shikaku's forehead, but he doesn't have any pupils. Not in a Hinata Neji sort of way, in like a human with no pupils kind of way. Mm-hmm. And Gamabunta fills us in on the eyeshadow, because turns out it's not eyeshadow, it's how they animate his eyes being sunken and like giant bags under them.
Oh my god. No wonder he'd be terrifying looking. Yeah. If you put that in like real life context, bro.
I know.
That's scary.
Yeah, they're animating like how fucked up his face is.
That's hardcore.
Because basically if you're the host of Shikaku, he's constantly pulling at your psyche, trying to take over. And so if you sleep, he eats away at who you are until Shikaku's complete control of you. Yeah. So Gaara is cursed with insomnia or the demon will take over forever. Yeah. That's fucking horrifying. Jesus Christ.
Which also, we're all like, oh no, Gaara's just like, if he only accepted the fact that like Temari and fucking Konkuro are there for him and this and that, but it's kind of incredible that he hasn't really let the demon out.
Exactly.
It means that he's been staying awake and just forcing himself to not let him out.
That has answered our question from like episodes ago.
Does he sleep?
Showed his room and we're just like, does he sleep?
No,
he has nothing to do. He doesn't sleep.
You think I didn't want to say that when we were talking about it?
I literally said that to Katie today. I was like, oh, so it's like actually canon that he doesn't sleep.
Yes. And that explains so much about his fucking personality. Because, like, of course he would be this fucked up. He does not sleep. Yeah, so that's crazy. So, but Gamabunta is like, oh, it's fine. As long as he stays awake, nothing bad is going to happen. And then Gaara activates the play possum jutsu.
That's just
Which is funny.
real.
Which, makes him fall asleep. And so...
Oh!
Play
I didn't get that joke.
Jutsu.
It's like, because possums, like, play dead.
Yeah. I didn't...
You're
I was
throw
like,
a rap
what
at
a
this
weird
time?
name.
I'll do it for you.
Throw a rap at Katie.
Yeah, Katie, just not move for a
Oh
second.
my god, everybody's so mad at Katie.
Well, no.
it's
I'm telling you ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she caught it.
Sniper.
Robots are fighting back. Robots are fighting back.
Oh my god!
We just got terminated up in this bit.
Liam,
So the demon's in total control now.
Why are you wearing your hat?
And it calls out, and it doesn't have Gaara's voice anymore. And I've said it before, Liam O'Brien is a baller-ass voice actor, right? He's always like,
My name's Liam.
I'm in so much... Oh, and his name is Liam, which is fine. Fucking Shikaku has a Texas accent.
It's so weird.
But, like, the worst Texas... Like, it's not even,
He's
like...
so, like, goofy.
Yeah. He's like, oh, boy, I'm so happy I got let out. Ooh, I'm ready to shoot some wind at people.
He said, what did he say? Because I was, like,
Shoot some
mocking it really hard. I was like, let's go kill someone, baby!
He literally does, though. He's so dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
Why does he sound like that?
So,
like, they had so much potential
Yeah, baby!
Like, they have so many talented voice actors on the show. Like, matter of fact, 2 weeks ago when we recorded with Lizard, we had like a whole conversation about how much we all love dub voice actors and like how talented they are. This ain't it, Chief.
Okay, but I will say
This
that,
ain't it.
yes, we were like, oh, it would be so cool if he was like a really scary voice.
Yeah.
But imagine having that in your head.
I know, that's
like,
what...
I don't know, go kill someone,
Yeah.
baby. I'd fucking hate everybody
every night
too.
when Gaara can't sleep, it's just like, ooh, go to sleep, I'm gonna do something to kill him, oh boy.
Ah, baby.
Oh my god, yeah. I'd rather have Gamakichi in my head. That'd be kind of fun.
I think you do.
Yeah, I do. I always have a little frog going like, let's go get some snacks. So Gaara's not in control anymore, and Shikaku uses wind-style air bullets to force Gamabunta into the air. The massive toad counters with water-style liquid bullets. I guess that's fine. Which collide with the air bullets air. Below the tree line, this kind of seems to create a natural hurricane because these are ostensibly like gods duking it out. And the air and the water combined sent a fucking rainstorm of like rain and wind against everybody. So Naruto's like, hey Gamabunta, remember that time I said we should move this fight away from here? We should do that. And he's trying to hop away, but the wind bullets keep like, he's got to keep dodging them and paying attention to that. What are you chuckling at?
I'd like to call attention to they flash to Pakun and Sasuke.
Yes.
And Pakun's just like holding the tree for dear life with his little paws and getting rained on. And then it shows Sasuke and there's literally just a waterfall going down his face into his little collar. And I was like, he's so wet right now. Like, it's so bad.
That's crazy how moist this boy is.
Okay, well, you took it there.
What, saying moist?
Yes.
That's the line?
That is the line.
The
It's
word
always
moist
the
is the
line.
line
Oh
for
my
you?
god, the whole like moist being uncomfortable thing is so like.
You know, I really agree with you.
2017.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, let me have my opinions. Fuck
Wait.
you.
Do
No,
you,
it's
do
an
you
opinion.
not like? Do you really not like the word moist?
I don't like the connotation of the word moist.
What's the
What's the
connotation of
connotation
the
of
word
the word moist?
Being moist. Like,
So you just like
hearing the word moist makes me feel
moist?
like I am moist.
I've just like well, I guess it is just a totally personal thing because I've never like been made uncomfortable by the word moist, and so when it was like such a big thing, I was like, I just don't like, I don't get it. Like it's just a word, man. Like there are words that make me uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Dungarees, slacks.
Fucking, what word did you say to me earlier when you turned to me and you were like,
Blur?
fucking blur?
Blur.
I hate that.
Why?
Door sounds stupid.
And why?
Door does sound
Because
stupid.
you just say door 100 times, just sounds stupid.
And I guess it's the same thing with
I was
moist.
talking about blur, but
So
yeah.
I guess what it is just
Door.
that the moist blowback
Door.
got so big that it was like,
Well, yeah,
pay
and then
attention
it
to other
becomes
words.
invalid.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
But like, it's not even because a lot of people are like, oh, moist because like, oh, vagina, like, eh.
Oh.
And it became like a sex thing. And when you're like a child, sex is either the funniest thing ever or something that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I guess that stays the same into adulthood.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one of the theses of this podcast.
But like, when I hear the word moist, I immediately think about walking through a rainstorm in denim. And then the feeling of wet jeans.
Yeah, that's awful.
And it makes me uncomfortable.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's fine. I'm glad you walked me through that. I
Wet
respect
jeans.
your
Yeah, that's it.
wet jeans in general.
Yeah.
That's a
Like
lot.
wet jeans after they've dried like a little.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So they're just like,
So any jeans that you wear
Moist.
here because the dryer machines don't work at this school.
our dryers
Yeah.
work.
Really?
Yep.
I think I put too much laundry in usually.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel that. Actually, that's probably my dryers probably work too. I just don't.
Yeah.
I do laundry like once every like 2.5 weeks, and it's just everything I own. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gamabunta's hopping away, and he's avoiding the wind bullets and whatever while he's trying to do that, and he's also shooting liquid bullets to like divert them. But at one of these times, he shoots one too few liquid bullets, and he's hit by a wind bullet, and he like falls out of the sky and crashes onto the ground. And Shikaku, for a little bit, thinks he's killed Gamabunta, but he bounces back and he's like,
really confident that
yeah,
shit
he was
moves.
like, yeah, I killed him.
Yeah, wind bullets.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yes, guns.
Imagine how big their guns would be.
Yeah, if Gamabunta and Shikaku had guns,
Just, it'd be
like if
insane.
instead of a skyscraper-sized sword, he
It's like a
pulled out like
Glock,
another.
yeah,
Yeah,
like, it's
exactly.
Insane.
Yeah,
how
that'd be
big
dope
it'd
as hell. But Gamabunta hops back up, but he is like, yo, if I get hit by that a couple more times, I'm down for the count. Naruto wonders how they'll beat Shikaku as Shikaku and Gamabunta fire their respective elements at one another, and Gamabunta suggests that Naruto wake up Gaara, which will usurp Shikaku's control. Gamabunta leaps forward and lands directly in front of Shikaku, grabbing his shoulders and calling for Naruto to take the chance to hit Gaara awake, but Shikaku manages to slip out of Gamabunta's slippery little toad fingers, and he sort of weaves back.
I really do not like Gamabunta's toad fingers.
Well, they zoom in on them. They show us
They're toad
them.
fingers.
Yeah,
They're literally toad fingers.
They're toad fingies.
And I hate it.
He doesn't have the webbed shit between them, does he?
Yeah, no.
They're just little
Interesting choice.
toad
Artistic
fingers.
liberties.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Put webs or don't. That's, yeah. So he jumps out of the, so since Shikaku's free, he's like, oh, I gotta get out of here, so he jumps back and whatever, yeah. So Gamabunta's like, hey, I've got a soft little frog body. There's nothing I got biologically to clamp down on this motherfucker, so their only hope is to use the transformation jutsu to turn into a creature with more advantageous physiology. But Gamabunta laments he isn't skilled with the transformation jutsu, so... And I fucking love this.
Yeah.
Gamabunta and Naruto are gonna, like, fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Naruto is gonna execute the, like, minute details and concentrate and do the signs and shit.
Yeah.
And Gamabunta is gonna give him all his fucking chakra.
Yeah.
So they're gonna work together. So Gamabunta runs towards Shikaku and he's like, yo, Naruto, picture something with fangs and claws. We're going for it. We're gonna fucking kill the enemy. We're gonna do this shit. So... Naruto's in, like, the thick of it, right? They're running towards Shikaku, and all he can think of that has fangs and claws is the nine-tailed
Keep in
fox.
mind, up until that, he's like, fangs and claws, fangs and claws, fangs and claws. What the fuck are fangs and claws?
Because Gamabunta ran forth immediately.
I thought it was gonna be another, like, comedic moment. Like, is that a ladybug?
Yeah.
No
Morgan's playing with the
fucking way.
ladybug.
Hold
Yeah.
up. What? Are you gonna name it?
No.
Why?
Why would I name
It's
it?
Gamabunta.
It deserves a name. Podcast listeners, we have a ladybug now,
Yes, we
and I would
do.
love for you to name it.
This is a much more
Gamabunta.
peaceful bug encounter than we've had before.
Oh god, it has a gun.
What's my funny? Oh shit, we thought it was peaceful, but alas.
A whole pistol hidden behind his wings.
Love me.
So, what were you saying about you thought it was going to be comedic and then it...
Oh yeah, I thought it'd be like he turned into like a cat or some shit.
Yeah.
And then, but no,
Yeah.
like nine-tailed fox.
Right?
You know,
Like
it's
the
really
whole
good.
ass nine-tailed fox.
Yeah.
Can you imagine he was just like a little house cat?
Yo, he could have turned into that cat that they caught in that one episode where they were just cat catching.
Yes.
Yeah. Or
That'd
that
be
dog
cool.
that one time they went into the minefield. Do you remember that?
I remember the dog in the minefield. I
yeah,
don't remember the cat. Were we here?
Nah.
I thought
Okay.
he would like honestly turn into like Kiba and like Aquaman.
Yeah,
Like, I thought
yo,
that's
that
how
would
it
have been
go.
cool. Imagine giant Kiba.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Pakun. Or Pakun.
Or Pakun. No, he has soft, supple paws.
Oh,
They're
that's
not
true.
meant
They
for
would not
stabbing.
have. Yeah.
You're right.
That's excellent
Pakun
fucking
moisturizes?
detail.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does. Like, he literally it takes immense pride in his moisturization.
Do you
Because
think,
I've been moisturizing
And how
this whole
soft his
episode.
coat is.
Morgan, do you think if you put the ladybug towards the mic that it would make a sound? Like they'd hear like a
Yeah.
like a little.
They really might.
Try it.
Wait, no, don't try it, because what if it does something horrible?
Well, we'll only know until it happens. Let's
Put
do
it
it.
on the mic.
Okay,
I guess that's
silence
true.
before, and then
Walk
if
around.
something bad happens, cut it out.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, okay. He's not climbing towards the microphone.
What if we let it climb the microphone?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, Morgan, put it
He's
on
on
the
it now.
microphone.
Yeah, okay, shh. I don't see.
Is that the N-word?
Yeah, I don't see anything. I think he's whispering. I guess it's fine to have that on there.
Okay, that's
Just have
good
him
to
hang
know.
out while we
really
talk.
be careful. You're super close to the mic.
No shit.
I know.
No shit.
Let's just try to focus on not the ladybug, though. We've got a hell of an episode left to talk about.
Yes.
Because that was the end of episode 78, and 79 is the good one.
Oh, I thought we were already in 79. I don't know where I thought it split.
Nah. Yeah, it splits right after he turns into the Ninetales. Because it's like, tune in next week for the Ninetales.
In my head, it split right before he turned into Shikaku.
No. We've gotta not be focused on this ladybug.
Ladybug
kids.
is gonna fuck with the game.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
on the...
Wait, we
dial.
guys, we gotta focus on.
You're just literally not saying anything that
No,
happened
I
in the
know, but
outlet.
if you're leaning in and playing with the ladybug, then if you talk,
I'm just
it's
one, I can control my volume. Two, I'm trying to get him off of the microphone.
No, leave him on the microphone. He's fine.
Yeah, he is actually fine on the microphone. It's all good. He can just be the podcast ladybug. So the Ninetales is running towards Shikaku, and he tries to shoot wind bullets to like get him out of the way. And Sasuke's looking up, and he's like,
What the fuck?
"What's going on?
What is happening?
This is
I feel that.
I
insanity."
thought I had secrets.
Yeah, I know. He's like, my hand turned into lightning. What the fuck is this?
He's got a whole like frog and fox.
Like a multiple building-sized frog just transformed into a demon fox. And Sasuke has no context for any.
His sword was literally like the size of like 4 skyscrapers.
No, it's what's happening?
Yeah.
Gamabunta worries that they'll never reach Shikaku because his powers keep increasing and he keeps shooting those wind bullets. But Naruto is like, no, all we have to do is slap Gaara once and we are good. So Gamabunta grabs trees with the tails he got from the Nine-Tailed and run towards Shikaku again. This time, when Shikaku fires wind bullets at him, he like throws the trees in front of him so that the wind bullets hit them, and then he can get at Shikaku unabated, and he manages to bite him and claw him and just get him every way that he has.
Yeah.
With this, Naruto leaps off Gamabunta's head, and that severs the connection that they have, so Gamabunta turns back into a frog, and Naruto just fucking slams Gaara with the nastiest right hook.
I laughed out loud.
Yeah, wait. Yeah? Why?
Because it was just funny, the idea of Naruto fucking wailing on a kid. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. No,
And
but
then
he
they
really did.
showed Gaara afterwards, and he has like a fucking black eye, and I was like,
it's badass.
He went for
as
a
hell.
huge fucking
Yo, it's a
Why?
badass punch. Yeah, absolutely. Gamabunta is like, oh, Shikaku hasn't been in control for long. This should wake him up. And sure enough, much to Shikaku's chagrin, the jutsu is broken. Gaara's up. We good.
Chicago's all like, man, I just got here.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
so upset.
Tarnations. So Naruto.
What in the Hank Hills going on
What
here?
hey, god dang it, Gaara. I just wanted to kill someone.
I love that voice so much.
So Naruto runs towards Gaara, but Gaara uses Sand Coffin. He's trying to wrap him up, crush him again. Gamabunta shields Naruto by wrapping around him with his pierced tongue. Never given too much thought to how pierced Gamabunta's tongue is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many.
Yeah.
I thought there was one.
Well,
Yeah,
you
no.
have to
There's
have a bunch when your
bazillion.
tongue's that long.
Yeah.
Now.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it even.
It's kind of sick. Yeah, exactly. So, unfortunately, though, Shikaku's whole body is made of sand. So the sand.
Who pierced his tongue?
Jiraiya?
oh my god, Jiraiya would. He'd be like,
He'd be strong enough.
Yo.
I like to
But
imagine
he'd
there's
take like a full
huge-
fucking sword and just stab him in the tongue.
The 3 snakes have to be like piercers and tattoo people, right?
Oh, yeah,
Like, one
yo.
snake tattoos, one pierces,
Yeah.
one sells you drugs.
Yeah.
One sells-
I bet you're right.
Do they
Yeah.
work at my shop?
Yeah, so
Well,
the
yeah, you go for all
toad,
of them.
Gamabunta, yeah. And you summon the snakes when Orochimaru's not, or I guess Orochimaru didn't summon them. When all those guys aren't using them and they pierce and tattoo giant summons for you.
Because the sound people are all like aesthetic metal heavy.
Oh my god,
They all
that's
have,
all
like,
they care
yeah.
about is aesthetic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they're all mostly dead.
Well,
Rip.
that's what you get for caring about aesthetics and not skills.
True. As Ino would say, maybe you should spend more time focusing on your ninja and less time focusing on your hair.
Boom.
Or something like that. Remember that time?
Something stupid. Eno said bitch once. I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
moved
true.
past that
That's
still.
crazy.
Yeah. So Shikaku's whole body's made of sand, so even though Naruto's in like a little hut of tongue, the sand can still get him and it clamps down on his feet, immobilizing him. And then Gamabunta takes his tongue back. I don't know if I stopped paying attention for a second. Why did he move his tongue? Like what?
Okay, yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I
Okay, yeah.
replayed it a bunch.
I
He
think just because it
r-
wasn't working.
I think,
moves
well,
it.
because Gaara, or what's his nuts?
Shikaku?
What's his
Yeah.
nuts?
What's his
I love that a lot.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
like-
a really good expression.
I say that all the time.
Uh-huh.
It was like, I think I said it last episode. Anyway,
Well, we'll see about that.
he was like,
When I edit it.
he was like, oh, you're so silly if you think that could, or like I didn't think of that because I think Gamabunta was like, oh, like Naruto's already in the sand.
Uh-huh.
Like Naruto's feet are stuck in the sand, so his tongue being there is
Yeah.
just blocking his vision from Gaara.
Sand on the tongue does suck.
Oh, yo,
Yeah.
fair
He was
enough.
like,
Yeah.
they're staying on my tongue, can't
He's
do this.
listened to the
Sorry,
podcast.
I'm
He knows about
Yeah,
Raj
he
being
knows.
forced to eat sand by
I gotta
children.
go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hate that I have to wake up at 10
Yeah,
and like go in.
I hate
and then,
waking
like,
up.
I hate waking up so
Yeah.
much.
And work.
And then like the fact that I have to go do
and
something.
get bullied by kids.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wake up and just to go get rocks thrown at you or whatever.
Pretty much. The Rock kid, he's like, it's really interesting to talk to him now that he can like speak, because he'll just like
Yeah,
tell me about the coconut he got for Christmas.
Right,
and I'm just
right.
like, wow.
that's
You're
a
just
great
like,
coconut.
yeah,
I'm like
dude.
so happy for you.
I just love that his mom was just like. Also, his mom like fully gave everyone working there like $20 gift cards to Starbucks.
You got?
I have one.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
only do water only, so I've never needed it.
Bro, but like if you're like stuck in the city, go get like a.
It's
donut.
like that. Like,
Yeah, snacks.
my roommate was like, if you're on a date, totally use it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Yeah. But they gave a coconut to him for Christmas, which
Right.
is good.
Yeah, it gave you Starbucks gift cards, gave the kid a coconut.
Yes.
But as we've talked about, I think last week, coconut is the supreme version of rock.
Oh, 100%.
So
It beats rock.
It's like rock
it
with
has
food
water
inside.
in
Exactly. Yeah, water and food and rock all in one.
it. All in one.
It's the avatar of foods.
Alrighty.
So
You can set
Most
it on
versatile
fire.
artist in the game.
Yes.
Coconut.
Katie, drink some water, man.
Take a fucking cough drop. Take
I
3
just
in
want it
1.
in my mouth.
Wow.
Here, just drink
I'm
water.
just
Maybe
dying.
switch a brand. This is clearly not working for you. Have you tried
Oh,
Halls?
that's some loud water drinking.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I didn't
It's
think
good.
about it then.
ASMR.
You shouldn't have made her talk afterwards because you would have gotten a nice.
Yeah. And that would have been good for the people drinking off in the bathroom.
This would have been funny.
The ladybug has been walking around that loop in the wire
Yeah.
over and over
It's a
again.
lot.
Fucking awesome.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love this podcast, Ladybug. Should we ask people to name it? Should we
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
Call to action.
Yeah, call to action.
Guys,
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
this lady. We'll call it comments if nobody sends anything in. But tweet
Okay.
at NaruTalk Pod. Name this ladybug.
We're gonna forget there was a ladybug.
Yeah, unless people tweet at NaruTalk Pod.
Yeah.
Just tweet a name.
Oh,
Any
now
name.
he's going that way.
We'll see where he ends up by the end of this. But right now, Naruto, he can't move. He's got the whole thing. Gamakichi takes his tongue back. Oh! And Gaara's like, hey, I'm going to kill you and affirm my existence. Then we cut to the Chunin Exams Amphitheater. We see Kakashi and Guy. They're fighting the fucking Sand and the Sound guys. And above, outside of the little cube thing that the fucking Orochimaru and the Hokage
Guys,
Which I forgot
so
was in a
cool.
cube. The fact that we got to see it from the outside with all the forests in it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
had we seen that before?
Briefly?
We've seen it almost every single time they've flashed back.
Katie's
Well,
zones
I
out.
didn't notice.
That's
Yeah.
fine, it's fine.
They show like the
it
purple
was
wall
cool.
and like the trees inside of it.
Yeah.
Guy fighting is
It's
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
It's so
Well, guy
fluid.
fighting is
Yeah.
always cool.
It's
Oh,
just
wait.
so nice.
That's right before.
Is that what we're talking
Well,
about? Oh, okay,
The
wait.
box
We
that
see
it's in,
Kakashi and
we've
Guy,
seen it.
and then we see the
Yes.
box with the force
Yeah.
in
It's
it.
following
we've
the
seen the
cord
box.
towards your laptop. It's like a
Yeah, I think it
pathway.
might end up on your screen.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is
We'll see.
crazy.
It is, yeah, it's a journey. Okay, so we record around a table and the mic is in the middle, and there's a wire going from my laptop, which is next to me, which you'll know if you listened to 2 weeks ago episode because it was recorded on my laptop and you can only hear me. It's horrifying. But it's climbing along the wire from the microphone over to my laptop, and no, he's turning
going
back. He's turning back.
He turned back
He
around
was
to the
like, nah,
microphone.
I don't want to.
No, there's definitely something going on now.
Yeah, he's on a journey. He dropped something. He
Yeah.
dropped his gun.
Oh
He's
my
coming over to kill me.
It's like watching a video game character just follow along like a linear path. It's
Yeah.
like a bridge.
Yeah, but now he thinks that he saw a door on the side that you can't actually open.
Oh, exactly.
He's going back because he's like, anyways, so then we cut to outside of the cube, and the Anbu that are looking on are like, yo, how have they been fighting for this long? That's crazy. Which is like
those commentating guys.
I thought it was interesting only because I think that because it's actually only been like a day, this whole Chunin exam, since like the start of the finals, since
Yeah.
Naruto got chased by all those fucking bulls. It's been less than a day.
Oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
Exactly.
What a long day.
Yeah. So I imagine that actually Sarutobi and Orochimaru have only been fighting for like maybe 10-15 minutes. But I just thought that comment was interesting because it suggests that generally in this world, fights probably last. Like for us, it's obviously literally weeks that we cover a fight. But they probably last like 5 minutes tops.
Fuck.
Because you throw out the jutsu and either they're dead or you're dead.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know?
That's hard.
Or
Hardcore
neither
as
of you
fuck.
have anything left to do, and you're like,
True. And then you both punch each other at the same
Fingering
time.
butthole asshole.
Or you finger. I was doing Sakura and Ino, you were doing Kakashi. It's the like a because Sakura and Ino punch each other and nice each
When
other.
in doubt, Shin and Katie. Katie, shut up.
Kakashi fingered the asshole. Yeah, fuck you, Katie.
so, wow.
So within the barrier, actually, while I was writing this, I was fucking in love with it because every scene we cut to is a journey.
Yes.
We go to the amphitheater seats with Guy and Kakashi,
Yes.
then we go above to the Anbu, then we go in the barrier, and Orochimaru's like, oh shit, you're still like holding my spirit's arms. And but Orochimaru's like, hey, I'm pulling at the Kusanagi blade. You're gonna die. But the third ignores him, and he's like, nah. I'm gonna keep on fighting. So then we cut over to the village because we just keep doing like it really feels like the camera's like moving with us. And we see Leaf. But Orochimaru's like, hey, you have no hope. And we see all these Leaf Ninja murdered in the streets and buildings in ruins and just destruction everywhere. And Orochimaru is like, he's talking about that, and he's like, no matter what you do, Third Hokage, the Leaf Village is doomed. But we cut to Sand Ninja, and they're like clearing out building by building, and they're like, hey, nobody's defending the village.
Where the fuck did everybody go?
Yeah, and also they haven't seen a single woman or child because they've all been bunkered inside of the Hokage monument. So of course we go there next, and we see Konohamaru and his squad, and they're like, oh, let's get out of here by saying we have to go to the bathroom. So they go to the door, and Iruka's guarding it, and he's like, no, you have to stay here, be safe, but Konohamaru's like, I really gotta pee. So Iruka lets him go. Konohamaru runs by him, but he stopped. He runs into someone, we don't know who, and he like falls back. And then it cuts away because it's like, who did he run into? We cut back to the stands. God damn it, I just love this sequence so much. We cut back to the stands. Guy and Kakashi are continuing their defense of the civilians. This, I think, is where it looks the most awesome, because then they join 2 other Genin. Genin, what am I saying? Jonin. They join a bunch of other Jonin. It's Kurenai, and I hate to say this, but I do know both of the other people's names.
Yeah.
Go for it.
One of them is
Give me more fucking names.
Yeah. No, one of them is named Raido. He was the guy who was with the third Hokage when he met with the Kazekage. I remembered that. The other one, big ups to fucking Anime Rock Chic in the Discord.
Legend.
Because they fucking knew the name of the dude with the goggles who was also awake. I didn't want to, I didn't know what to look up. I was like, should I Google Goggle Guy?
Who
is in Ebisu? Yeah. And they immediately, without a single thing, was like, oh, it's Aoba. Aoba. Yeah.
That's so. It's awesome that they just know that stuff.
All right, and not only did they know that, they also knew. Okay, next it cuts to a scene that is just, where is this coming from?
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? Because we cut to the Hayate Vengeance arc, which is
the
an
best
arc
arc
ever.
ever.
I just didn't know it was happening, and none of us did because we've got no hints about this. So basically, this purple-haired Anbu is
This
like
anime, ultimate anime looking
yes,
woman.
it looks like fucking Sailor Moon. And she's knelt at this grave, and she's like, Hayate, I swear to avenge your death. And she's like touching his name, and there's like a whole fucking squad of Anbu behind her. Yeah, she's like, now shit gets real, I swear. All we know about him is that he caught.
He died just so anticlimactically. So
who is
who
this?
are you?
So I asked in the Discord, and fucking not only Anime Rock Chic, but also Acme Trickhat in the Discord. Both of them. So apparently, the Naruto fandom online, part of it that I never got into, just knows a ton about fan fictions about the random Jonin. And when these two listen along, and I assume more people out there who are listening aren't in the Discord or whatever, they're enjoying us getting really into the side characters because they see people like Raido and Aoba and this fucking Hayate's girl whose name is Yugao or something. I don't know how to say it exactly.
Never have known that.
But I never would have known that. But these guys are like, oh yeah, I've read fan fiction about them. I thought they were huge characters, and it always amazes me that they aren't. I was just amazed. I was in the group chat and I was watching these episodes and I was really high and it was blowing my mind. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I'm
you spoiled it for me.
Turning to the fans. Wait, the Hayate Vengeance arc?
Yeah, you just texted us about
You said it in the group chat and I was in class and I was like, I didn't watch it yet.
To be fair, it is the most exciting thing to happen right now.
Bro,
out of everything,
if we didn't know about it.
Save it for the pod.
True. But I just...
It's hard to hold your
When I saw it, it's because this is not in the manga.
I started yelling in my room.
I was like, what is happening?
Who are you?
Literally. But it's so goddamn
mad.
fun.
Are you Hayate right now, Katie? Can you
Yeah, you do sound like Hayate. You could drink some water for real.
I have been.
I know.
Do it slowly.
Yeah, don't just chug it. Sort of let it, simmer.
Let it hit the cough drop
More
as
reasons
it goes.
why Katie can never smoke weed.
Yeah.
Ever.
Coughing. Yeah.
No, you grow out of coughing when you smoke weed.
It's true. It's very true.
Just
what I think genuinely is that the first time you smoke, there's a layer of protection on your lungs that you have to kill, and then you're
you're just okay.
Yeah. I really think that's. I don't know. I have no factual basis.
I know a
for
lot
that.
of people that have been smoking for a long time and still cough.
I mean, no, you still cough, but when I first started smoking, I would
you can't take one hit without.
Dude, we were disgusting the first year, and then now it's just I'll take one
Sometimes
whole drag.
I don't even bring my water bottle and I smoke a whole joint.
Yeah, exactly. Now I know if I smoke.
But also I know how much I can inhale now without coughing.
Exactly. It's all just trial and error.
Oh yeah, very much so.
A veteran smoker, some would say.
A veteran.
A
So we cut to the cube for just 3 seconds. Basically, no, I actually love this. The third Hokage is like, hey, here's the thesis for all the scenes you're seeing. The Leaf Village is not the Leaf Village. It's the people in it. And the people will never give up. So the village will always live on. And so then we cut back to the bunker and we find out the ninja that Konohamaru bumped into was fucking the girl from the ramen shop and Anko.
Yeah.
She opened the panel to the bunker. She's
panel.
back. But like apparently what she's been doing all this time.
Oh!
What?
Okay.
I didn't get the joke you were putting in the group
Liam
chat.
said a joke in our group chat for this.
Yes.
And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why is Anko in a bunker? And it completely went over my
Yeah,
head.
because she opened the panel to get in. But apparently, because Iruka's like, hey, Anko, how's the evacuation going? So basically, the Leaf Village has like a 3-step defense plan. Mm-hmm. First, if somebody attacks, they just try and handle it like discreetly.
Yeah.
You know? Like we saw fucking, what's the, Ibiki? No. Is it Ibiki, the torture guy? I think so.
Sure.
Baki? No, Baki's the sand guy. I don't know. The point is, we saw them try and just take care of it quietly, and then if that doesn't work, they evacuate literally all the civilians. Any dudes who aren't, like, up to the task, all the women and children, you know what I mean?
Which, like, I want to know how big this fucking bunker is.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
think it's...
That's a lot of people.
I'm thinking that whole mountain is hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason that they do that in stage 2, which is what Anko's been doing, is evacuating everybody, and now everybody's there, and that's so they can go to stage 3, which is defeating the enemy at any means necessary, which is fucking dope. First thing we see is the purple-haired girl pull up with her squad, and I think that the reason that they come out now is because the Anbu are supposed to be the Black Ops, so they wouldn't probably show themselves during the day if everyone was out.
Yeah.
Like, they're like the secret police. So now that everybody's in the bunkers, now they can come out. And I think, like, every Anbu is Kakashi level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, maybe not Kakashi level, but like,
you know how it's
definitely
like
they held their own.
Genin, Chunin, Kage?
Yeah, no, they're all
I
Jonin
think
for
Anbu
sure.
exists, like, I would say it exists, like, probably between Jonin and Kage is
Yeah.
Anbu. Like, these motherfuckers are crazy, you know?
No, they're literally the Hokage's personal.
Yeah,
like,
it's dope as
soldiers.
fuck.
Yeah.
Back in the forest, Naruto worries for Sakura, whose sanity constraints continue to intensify, and he remembers his promise to Sasuke to protect her. But Gaara, he closes in on Gamabunza. He's trying to kill Naruto. Yeah. Desperate, Naruto closes his eyes and communes with the 9-tailed fox, which is insane. He closes his eyes and he's just like, hey, yo, hook me up with a little bit of that sweet, sweet chakra. And we see he burns with the orange chakra because the fox, like, I guess gives it to him, but we don't see the fox or anything. It just sort of happens. And he's surrounded by that orange chakra and fucking, like, his skin starts to burn.
Yeah.
And his headband flies off and his little jumper thing, his sweater or whatever, like, flies open because of the force of the chakra. It's crazy. Then we cut to the village and... Here we go, guys. The big boys are coming out to play.
Yes.
Either Hisashi or Hayashi, whichever one of them isn't the dead one.
Yeah.
He motherfucking
Beating
whoops
ass,
ass.
bro.
Yo,
He was
and he
kicking
uses...
ass.
Because remember when Neji learned rotation, it was like, that's the secret of the main branch.
Yeah.
How did he learn that? Of course this guy knows it, because he's the head of the
he knows
main
the
branch.
bigger one.
Yeah,
knows
he fucking spins around in a circle, just like murks like 20 guys.
It's
like, in
so
an instant.
good.
It's awesome. We see Shikamaru's dad, who is sober, or maybe not sober because he's leaning up against a wall. But he's managed to stumble
sobering
out.
up.
Yeah.
But no, the coolest part when he caught his enemies, he called it sleep paralysis jutsu.
Yeah.
Because he's old school. He's a boomer.
Because it's not shadow possession,
yeah.
he still calls it shadow paralysis. Yeah.
Also, shadow
Fucking
choke
love.
jutsu is just.
And
a
then,
hit,
so
like,
he's got them all frozen.
Trinkle jutsu.
Yeah.
Well, because fucking Shikamaru's biggest weakness is once you trap him, he can't hurt him.
Yeah.
But Shikamaru's dad has shadow strangle jutsu.
That's just strangulation.
Which just
like,
reaches up with arms made of shadow and kills him.
It's so
like
good.
this
dope.
whole
And
sequence.
we actually see like mad people's dads doing more advanced versions of their techniques because Choji's dad uses super expansion jutsu and just becomes a giant.
It's so
and he's
good.
just like walking through the streets, just like kicking ass. Ino's dad doesn't have to use mind transfer jutsu because he uses mind destruction jutsu.
It's just a lot.
Which is, dude, that's sick as
I
fuck.
didn't realize what that was like.
Yeah,
connected
mind
to.
destruction
Ino
jutsu.
Chikacho.
Yeah, it's Ino Shikucho. And so, yeah, and we also...
I didn't realize they were like a team.
Yeah, that's why they were
OG,
drinking
yeah.
together before, remember?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't really put that together.
I think it's like a generational thing that Ino Chikacho, because that would make sense because their clans hand down those powers.
Yeah.
And so, like, naturally you would always want to team them up because that's an effective
so it
strat.
works.
Yeah. So what else do we see? We see Kiba's mom and sister with their dog.
The dog talked.
Yeah.
The dog for sure talked.
Wait,
that freaked me out.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, the dog fully...
Akamaru, bro, when are you going to learn to speak?
Yeah.
Dead ass.
It's so weird.
Nah, just kidding. You do you.
But Kiba's family's cool.
Yeah, Kiba's family's cool as fuck. Shino's dad shows up in the forest.
He's like, I put my insects in you or something.
Yes, I've got my
He
bugs.
said parasite.
Yeah, I got my parasites
like,
in you, Shino.
Yeah.
I was like, is this a bad guy? And then I was like, oh, it's his
That
dad.
was such a
How
great
did you
scene,
not-
though.
Oh, so good.
I love like...
Wait, seeing all the big boys come out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But especially Shino's dad, where Shino's just like, oh, the poison's taking me. And then he just sees, he's like, oh, dad is like, don't worry, Shino.
Yeah,
the
we
bugs are
get
in
it.
you.
I want to know, where the fuck is Sakura's dad?
So they're in the bunker. Sakura's parents are not. Yeah. They're like
They're not real.
Yeah, no. They like.
Or is Sakura's mom a single mom?
Yeah, I guess that's possible. Although I feel like Sakura has had just no trouble in her life at all.
That's fair.
Her parents have never even argued. They're just like, you know what I mean? They just work at like a mid-range advertisement firm. They just make smoke signals and billboards and advertise. That's a callback to a joke from the Best Of episode.
All right.
I'm real stuffy.
Yeah.
So, okay, all the big boys are out to play, and it's fucking dope, and the third narrates that, and he's like, yo, or I don't know if he says this, but, like, the point of it is, they're all so strong, and they're kicking so much ass, because they're all protecting something precious. Mm-hmm. That's what makes our heroes strong, all of them, everyone in the Leaf.
I was like...
And that's what makes Gaara and Orochimaru ultimately weak.
Yeah.
Because all these people are protecting what they love.
Yeah.
I was like crying. I was
It's
like,
amazing.
This is the greatest thing
Yeah,
ever.
it was a lot.
So back in the forest, Naruto opens his eyes. He's like, yeah, I'm going to protect everyone. This is all me.
Yeah.
And he leaps towards Gaara. Gaara stops in midair. He like reaches out his hand just before Naruto hits him. And it grabs his arm and his leg and shit. And he like, with the sand obviously. And so Naruto's stuck. He has no way to attack Gaara. So he does the only thing he can. And remember, his headband's off for this. He
the headband comes off.
Headbutts him.
Yeah.
He slams his head, and it's bloody as fuck.
Do you know
Uh-huh.
how hard you have to headbutt somebody
To bleed?
to bleed that much? The answer is very hard.
Yeah.
And like Emma.
Yeah. They're both gonna get concussed as fuck.
Like,
Yeah. So Gaara's okay, and not only do their heads bleed, Gaara's all of his sand armor cracks and all of Shikaku cracks.
Yes.
Like the whole monster just crumbles to dust.
The animation of the dust,
that is sick
so
as fuck.
nice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
nice.
Gamabunta's like, oh, Naruto may be a knucklehead, but he's the strongest kid I've seen in a long time. I wish I could stick around and see how he turns out, but I'm all out of chakra. Gamakichi, come on along with me.
hey, Dad, can we get some snacks on the way home?
Hey, maybe if you're good, Gamakichi.
You did bring me to fight someone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, so they unsummon themselves. They, like, disappear. But his sword remains for a moment. We see why in a second. It's just for dramatic effect. Gaara and Naruto land on two treetops, and they sit up and they face each other, and their heads covered in blood and shit. They're out of breath. They're out of chakra. But Naruto still finds the strength to plead with Gaara not to fight. He's like, bro, we're the same. We don't have to fight. We cut to above the Chunin. Oh my god. There's so little outline left and so much happens.
Yeah.
Because this is like the climax of the whole arc. Above the Chunin arena, the third is like, hey, straight up, I'm not going to be able to kill you, Orochimaru.
Oh, right,
is it.
this.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, right.
oh, right, the massive event that
The thing
ends
we've been
these
waiting
episodes.
for like 10 episodes.
Yeah, literally like the central fight of the entire arc.
Yeah.
The whole reason this is happening.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill you. We both know it. But I still am going to end your ambition, finish your obsession with collecting new jutsu, because the third Hokage rips out the spirit of Orochimaru's arms. And then he's like, yo, Reaper, finish this shit off. The Reaper takes out the knife, cuts him off. But so what that means is that, like, he's sealed the spirit of what you have to use to make jutsu. Mm-hmm. So with the jutsu set, a seal identical to the seal that Naruto has for the Nine Tails on his belly forms on the third Hokage's belly, and then we see Orochimaru's arms just start to rot off, like they decay from the shoulder down. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Kind of a badass way to like What are you laughing at?
Raj is trying to trap the ladybug or like take a selfie of it or
Are
something.
you trying to take a selfie with it?
Not a selfie, but this is like Nat Geo levels of like recording this bug.
Oh yes.
This is insane.
All of the
like,
photographers,
insane.
videographers at National Geographic
Record
really
with a
were
selfie
like,
camera.
yes, let me take my iPhone 7 and just
record with the
little
selfie
moment.
camera.
Are
Where's he
you
going?
iPhone shaming me right now, Morgan? Is that what you're doing? The way you said iPhone 7 was a little.
I think
A little evil.
I'm
a little
trying
mean.
to reverse shame National Geographic.
Get on there, little ladybug. He's climbing back on the wire, folks.
He's back on the path. He's got his key item. He's now returning back to the
He's going back to the microphone. He's going to defeat it. We have to finish the podcast before he reaches it.
That's Ganon's castle right there.
Yeah, straight up. He's marching in, bro. Yeah, so Orochimaru's arms brought off, which is crazy. Orochimaru's... He's freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because he can't move his arms. They're fucking rotting. Like, I imagine sometimes what this would look like if it was a live-action movie. Listen to Rio Radio episode 7. That's going to be a fan cast and other stuff. We talked about it a while ago. But, like, they would be like skeleton hands because his arms are just, like, dead. That's insane.
Yeah.
And he's like...
I pictured it differently.
Uh-huh.
So, there's actually, like... Okay.
So I'm a nerd, right?
Yeah.
And I know weird things.
Send it.
If you break somebody's collarbones, they can't lift their arms. Like,
That's crazy.
at all. So,
Yeah,
and it only takes 8 to 12 pounds of force to break a collarbone, so, like,
Uh-huh.
do it. But anyway, you can't, like, lift your arms.
Yeah.
So I imagined it, like, correlating to, like, somebody fucked him up so bad, and that was literally, like, bruising. Because they turned purple.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
went from, like, his weird whitish gray color to, like, a purple. So I kind of imagined it, like, his arms weren't necessarily rotting.
Yeah.
They were literally, like, defeated
Just,
and
like,
bruised
and,
and,
like-
broken.
yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
he's just, like, holy shit.
The point is, they're like the spirit is literally
Yeah.
out of them. And he's yelling. He's like, "Give me my arms back, you son
Yeah.
of a bitch!" But the third, he's bloodied, he's battered, and he's like, "Man, I just wish I could have killed you, honestly." And Orochimaru keeps screaming impotently, but the third, his eyes are already fluttering shut for good. Before he drifts forever off, Sarutobi sees his student one last time. We see his point of view, and his eyes are fluttering shut, and he sees, Orochimaru yelling. And then he sees Orochimaru one more time, not as the twisted villain he's become, but as the young boy, the precious person that he used to be.
Oh, beautiful.
Back in the forest, Naruto and Gaara leap towards each other. And then, so the sword waited until now to unsummon, literally just so that there could be a big explosion and they could jump at each other with the explosion behind
and also
them.
there was the moment where Naruto was talking to Gaara.
Yeah,
and you saw the split where it's
yeah.
half Gaara, half Naruto,
it's like,
and their faces line
they're
up.
the same.
And Naruto's like, we're the same. We're
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
So they're both jumping at each other, and they both have their fists raised, and we're like, oh shit, is it going to be like another Sakura Ino moment? Like, are they going to hit each other with the same force? Like, who's going to win? What's going to happen? And Naruto just smacks the fuck out of Gaara. Again, it's like Gaara wasn't even moving. It was like he was asleep again. And he fucking falls to the forest floor, he's gone. Although he is still, like, barely conscious, but he's wrecked, right? But Naruto, who's pushed himself way beyond his limits, falls to the forest floor unconscious, which their situation right now looks a lot like Gaara and Lee in the prelims. Do you remember? Because Lee beat the shit out of Gaara, and then he landed, and Gaara was able to raise his hand and crush Lee. So at the same time as these two hit the ground, the third Hokage falls to the ground above the Chunin exams arena, but he is smiling. Even though his legacy, the Leaf Village, the Will of Fire, all of that, he knows is going to carry on, even though he won't.
Yeah.
And that's when the episode ends, is him falling to the ground smiling. And that's the end of the episodes that we watched. Yeah. Good ass episodes.
Whoa.
Perfect timing.
And
That
Ladybug
was
took
weird.
flight at the same
That's
time that we
fucking
said
weird.
that.
I hated that.
That was very poetic. I kind of loved that.
Yeah.
What do we think of
Ladybug
these
is
three?
a camera.
Okay, so the
They were
first
awesome.
one was like a little slow, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Second one gets better.
Yeah.
Third one, wow,
So good.
so
I
good.
liked
And it goes to
both.
show just how
So
like good an episode can be, even without like the really good animation.
Yeah, very true.
Like it could be that level.
There's
good.
just like a lot of shit happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
I
that.
like said I was like getting Morgan all excited before she was watching. I'm like, it's Gamabuto versus Gaara Monster.
It's true.
Which I didn't know the name
Yeah,
of
yeah.
because I didn't
Fair enough.
remember.
Fair
but,
enough. Yeah, Shikaku's voice actor is bad though, and that's distracting. And
I still think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Do you have any thoughts, Morgab?
I just thought they were like. Hold on, is it canon that you call me Morgab?
Yeah.
I just have zero recollection of you ever calling me that.
I don't know. Sometimes I call Morgan Morgab instead of Morgan.
And then everybody else started doing it.
Yeah.
I think it was a typo.
Typo.
But I loved all of the stories because it was action and it was also like heartfelt and like it was all of my favorite things.
Very thematically consistent.
I loved the dads.
Yeah.
All of the dads.
The dads are great.
Yeah.
So good.
We love when the dads come out. Oh my God! And today's the day that Dave Mata came back to the Discord.
Yes.
Oh my God!
It was meant to be.
Everything is so thematically consistent. Oh my God.
Stars are aligning.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll talk about it next week because obviously there's more to come with Gaara and Naruto because they're just on the fourth floor together right now. But like, wow, there's a lot there in their like how similar they are and their shared trauma and like both of them have a demon inside of them, which is crazy. So yeah, intro and outro, a little bit of intro and outro talk.
Listen,
I was again like really high, and I got to the outro and I wrote, "Oh my God, the new outro is so good." And then immediately went to the intro and I said, "Holy fuck, the new intro is even better." I really liked them.
I prefer previous ones, but these ones are also fantastic.
The intro's pretty fire.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But I like the
I love the animation in those too.
No,
just like randomly
as far
really
as intros go,
not your favorite.
no, this is a good one. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
a really
yeah,
good
yeah.
one. Outros, I still love Don't Cry.
Oh, Don't Cry
That was
Naruto's
so good.
it's maybe the
I'm
best.
still on that one.
Yeah.
But
Did you guys
we'll grow.
catch the intros or outros? I know those are frequently skipped.
So you said that in the group chat before I watched the episodes. So in my brain, I thought you were just making a comment. So I listened to the intro and the outro again from the first episode that we watched this week, and I was like, "This is the same."
Yes, no, it was while I was watching along.
And then I was like, "Okay, well, whatever." So no.
Yeah.
But
next
I'm
week,
sure it's
you'll
great.
have some thoughts. Yeah, I love it.
I listened to them because you had said that, but I'm never really great about being like, wow, that was fantastic, or like whatever. Like I don't know. Yeah, it was cool.
Something?
I don't know.
So I'd say that's good.
I mean, I usually I've said this in the past when there was a new intro or outro like that. The song like gets me like, oh yeah, time to watch Naruto. But like when it's a new song, then it doesn't have that feeling anymore. Right. So I don't really particularly like it whenever it's a new one. But like, yeah, exactly. All eventually.
I love it. All right, so you good?
I was just coughing.
Are you good, Katie? Are you okay?
How are you feeling, Katie?
I think she feels bullied.
Do you feel like you want to do some reader responses?
Sure.
First up, we're going to do the Patreon shout-outs for our patrons. Hell yeah, they help keep the podcast afloat, and if you're listening, that's good for you to have us here. You just listened. This week, our Genin shout-out, which is if you pledge the $5 tier, you get Rio Radio, and you get one super special shout-out on the podcast, is Aaron Michael.
Woo!
Yeah!
Let's fucking go!
Or Aaron, I guess. So if Aaron was like a ninja, what do you guys think his like ninja business would be about?
Oh man, Aaron's cool as fuck.
Aaron Michael.
I feel like wind stuff, but maybe because we had so much wind stuff, and also just Aaron has air at the beginning of it.
Oh my God! Fuck! I didn't talk about this at all in the right section. I was so mad that Shikaku's only goddamn power was wind. Fucking Tamari's power is wind. All she does is blow a fan, and we make fun of her every week.
Yeah.
Then Shikaku shows up, the big boss of the entire, like, past 2 arcs, and all he does is do wind bullets.
Yeah.
Gamabunta had a giant sword and water bullets. Fucking Shikaku didn't even have a sword or a gun or anything. He had a shitty voice actor and fucking air bullets. That's it. That's Tamari. And that sucks, man. That fucking sucks. Shikaku sucks ass.
So maybe we shouldn't give him that power then after he just
That was a lot. Well, Aaron, you wouldn't be Shikaku. That's sure.
Did it, like, fuck that, man.
But
What?
doesn't he also have sand?
Shikaku? Yeah, I guess. But so he's Gaara and Tamari. But where's the puppets? He's not even all 3 sand siblings.
Gamabunta's son, what's he? Gamakichi? Aaron could be them. He's really cool.
Yeah.
I like
Let's say
Gamakichi a
Aaron's a
lot.
newsie in the. He's a little. He's a little
He wants to go
toad.
get some snacks.
Yeah, he's one of Gamabunta's kid toads.
Gama.
Aaron's really cool.
Gamarin.
You should all donate to the Patreon and come talk to Aaron.
Yeah. Aaron talks a lot in the...
Aaron's there's so many active people now, it's amazing.
I
love everyone.
People talk to each other.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love it.
Speaking of people who talk, our tuning tier patrons are Dave Mata. We've talked more than enough about him this episode, but he's amazing
Dave,
every time.
The best.
Nina Kelly, hero and amazing individual. No, nothing for Nina? That's the other? Okay.
Oh, we were distracted by the popular kids walking by. Nina, you are the best.
Who's walking by?
Wonderful. Yeah, I don't know. You ever as a kid, like, you want to go outside, but there like all these like cool popular kids standing there, and you're there wearing like your clothes, and they have skinny jeans and stuff. And
I fucking hate teenagers.
There's only old people in my neighborhood.
Well, they did that to you. They
they
want to go outside. They
you.
see you wearing skinny jeans. They're like,
if you don't relate to that, you were the kids. You were the kid.
That's so funny though, because I really was not.
Well,
I was
sounds
just
like you might have been.
But I really was.
And you know who else is so cool that they would have been that? Nina Kelly.
Nina Kelly is that cool.
As is Pro Hendrix, who is legendary,
Absolutely.
and as is Jay.
Woo! Jay's great.
Yeah, they got their job and they still are playing with that tier. I love that.
Let's go, Jay.
And so even more powerful than them, it's the big boys. It's the motherfuckers who would hang out with the dads in the Naruto world. We've got our Jonin tier patrons. Stephen B.
Woo! Yes, Stephen.
Stephen B. More like Stephen A+. So there's
like Steven, you're the best.
Nicholas Astor,
Woo!
an amazing person.
Funniest motherfucker alive.
Yeah, honestly, yes. And
so
future guests.
Woo! Get hyped.
Get so hyped because they are
because
so
we will plug in the microphone this time.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. And Janie J, who, she's so cool. And she actually sent a DM that I wanted to read.
Incredible.
Because it's really cool. She said, love the podcast, capital love, which is great. I totally would have appreciated finding people in college I could talk Naruto with.
Oh,
I know. I feel
just make a podcast
force
and make
them to watch it.
Yeah, that's what.
That's how you
don't, but that is all it took.
All you need is a gun.
All you need is a gun and
a dream.
Yeah, and a microphone. But not every week, I guess.
Yeah.
So she continued, and your side stories of college life are wonderful and relatable as fuck. Which is great because lately we've been getting a lot of hate about our tangents. So, but they remind me of crazy shit that used to happen to me. You guys are honestly something I look forward to every week now. So thank you. With a little
thank you.
So nice, right?
You are wonderful.
Yeah, so just so fucking heartfelt.
We do this for you.
Yeah, you are precious people to all of us.
Yes. We will protect you at all costs.
Yes. Let us know what you think of this episode and of us, and ask questions and give comments. Our Gmail is narutalkpod@gmail.com. The Reddit is r//NaruTalk. Our Facebook. All right, the Reddit is r//NaruTalk. The Facebook is NaruTalk, the Naruto ShipPodcast. Our YouTube is NaruTalk Pod. Instagram and Twitter are both at... What?
You're talking like me.
I was trying to go for like a little John Malkovich kind of thing.
When'd you get the fucking leaf symbol?
Over break.
Literally, Raj, you do not pay attention to anything I say ever.
No, it's not you.
No.
Raj's memory is a fucking sieve. What do you call it?
You know that commercial? It's like, this is your brain on crack, and they slam a fucking egg with a pan. That's my brain.
Raj's brain is a fried egg ATM. It's like this is your brain on crack.
I just keep getting hit with the pan every fucking day.
It's just that commercial is just them hitting someone in the head with a pan. Instagram, Twitter @NaruTalkPod. Our website is narutalk.wordpress.com, and the Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's like a website that you donate money to every month, and it's like great. www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. You can pledge anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month. I think that if you're not going broke, you're pledging wrong. I want your house. There's no... Our highest tier is $100, but there is no limit on how high it can be. It is monthly, so try and keep it like maybe below like $1 million, but a couple $100,000 if you have it
would be nice.
If you wouldn't notice it falling out of your wallet, then it's too little. No, I'm kidding. You can pledge any amount.
Any amount.
Yeah, the $2 gets you into the Discord, which obviously we talk about a lot now because those motherfuckers are so goddamn cool.
So cool.
Bonus episodes at $5 tier, $10 tier. You suggest what a bonus episode's about, and $25 tier you get physical merch that's coming out later this month. Any amount of money helps. Linked in the description somewhere. What did somebody say?
All right, we are gonna go from Instagram user at Evan Toad.
Yeah,
Evan
Toad. He's been listening for a long
time watcher, commenter of my Insta stories, wonderful person all around. They said I posted this like anime like figure, and they were like, I love all the content you post. I was like, yes, thank you, Evan. This is it.
Bonus content.
They said jutsu means technique. So when they say pursue jutsu, it means they are trained in the technique of art of pursuit. Also, have any of you guys seen Letterkenny? Probably one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. There's a joke in it about the phrase "to be fair," and Raj was saying it so many times in episode 26, it was killing me. First off, thank you for schooling us. Now we know.
Yeah, so when I was like, no. Guys, it's fine.
No.
Well,
yes.
Look,
no,
Evan
I
Toad
disagree.
saying
I disagree because
it means a lot, you know.
Well, yeah, like I love that you said that, but I still think that in the world of Naruto, like the way that we've been presented it, jutsu means magic shit is coming.
Magic shit is coming.
No, it literally doesn't.
It literally
no,
does.
it doesn't.
Except
I
when
like
they do
her
dumb
headcanon.
shit, like
Yeah.
fucking play possum jutsu. Are you dead ass?
Play possum jutsu is a little.
Y'all are fucking haters, and I don't want to talk to you.
I am a hater. I am a hater of play possum jutsu.
How do you even practice that? Do you just like
Yes, you just go to bed. Oh, actually, Gar's pretty bad at that.
No, yeah,
he actually needs to practice that one.
Yeah.
No.
But have I seen Letterkenny? No. Have any of you seen it?
No.
I've heard about it
everybody
a lot,
tells me
though.
how good
Yeah,
it is.
and I hear it's amazing. And
And
maybe I will watch
And when
it.
he said, there's a joke about the phrase "to be fair," of course, I heard you going, "To be fair."
To be fair.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah, I love saying "to be fair."
Yeah.
That's good stuff. But thank you so much, Evan Toad. You are a wonderful human being, and you are the best.
Yeah.
Stay very sexy, my friend.
Yeah, can I have
Yes.
another reader response?
I have
No.
one from. Oh,
Oh, not from you.
Podcast over.
I don't
No,
have
no,
one
no.
anymore.
No,
Okay.
no, no,
Yo.
no.
I have one from
Yeah.
Twitter user at DankyKang 710,
Love it.
and they said in episode 8, one of the new female guests says she thinks Sasuke is sexy. I think we'd better call Chris Hansen to catch a predator, and I think that was me.
Yeah, probably.
That's
sounds like
season
me.
one callback.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Sasuke is sexy. But again, there's an asterisk. No. There's an asterisk after every time we talk about them having sex or how hot they are.
We're
or like,
talking
whatever.
about
Yes.
when they're adults.
For those of you that are that know like Naruto shit or whatever, we're always talking about them in the movie The Last when they're all like 21.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
obviously.
Okay. Yes,
So,
obviously.
You know what? I
And-
stand by it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't, because Sasuke sucks.
He's getting better.
He's getting better, but like,
Remember this
still
episode?
sucks.
Remember this
what
time?
was it episode 8? That was so long
That was
ago.
literally the
Gaara
first
the Bat Boy.
episode.
That was
we
our
recorded.
first
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it
Our
was
lives
the
have
And
new
I let
changed
in with Sasuke is sexy,
radically.
and now I'm a predator.
Yeah.
Character progression. Here we go. Yes.
We started out as predators
I
and
can't wait
ended
for
up.
him to catch up to this.
Catch him.
Yeah, and ended up caught.
How it goes.
Yeah.
I think Chris Hansen would guest host on one of these episodes.
You love him.
Let's
Let's get him on.
He
here.
does like cameos and shit.
Yeah.
Like we could get him on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we do an episode of Real Radio where
From the
we
Octagon.
say things about each character in Naruto, and whatever gets him to stop us and be like, whoa,
Yeah.
too far, then we lose.
There's-
And whoever wins gets like a prize.
All right. Yeah.
There's an app. I'm only gonna say this because I know maybe in like the near future it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an app called Cameo
Yeah.
where like you can
Oh, yeah.
get people to like say
You want to
stuff.
go on Cameo?
Well, no, Chris Hansen has one.
Oh.
We can get him to say like.
What
Chris
if you
Hansen
get on
here.
Cameo?
What if we have
I'll
a
get on
NaruTalk cameo?
I don't really want to make a Naruto cameo. Just give to the Discord and talk to us there.
No, but like, what if we get Chris Hansen to say like,
Oh, yeah.
NaruTalk, the Naruto ShipPodcast, like take a seat.
Oh my gosh.
Like that would be insane,
Hey,
right?
take a seat. Why
I'm
are you
gonna
here
make a
tonight?
cameo.
To listen to NaruTalk. Yeah, you should. I just don't know if I want to make like a NaruTalk cameo because it's like just
That's just another thing to plug at the end.
exactly.
But to be fair, if we could bust out so many.
Social media managing is hard, Raj.
It is. Trust
And
me,
you
I
don't let
run a
anyone
Reddit.
Sorry, what?
You don't let anyone help.
Social media managing? I think it's just easier. For
No,
someone
I don't
person
think
does
it's like.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
wanna
like
help.
yeah.
I don't
It's
want to be
I
like.
was not talking about you. I didn't say you didn't even let Raj help.
Well,
No.
no. I'm saying well, you can't talk about like a group effort social media team without implying the whole team.
I said no. I said anyone.
no. It's just
One.
that I think it's just easier to keep the ducks in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got like a system.
Yeah.
Like
Where'd the
a
ladybug
bulldog.
go?
It
It
flew
flew away.
away,
Remember?
remember?
It was when
Okay.
when the third
Whoa.
Hokage died.
What time?
It was his spirit.
I know.
Like you remember that time that Neji? Remember when Neji got beat and the bird flew away because it was like his spirit was free?
Yes.
That's what just happened with the third Hokage.
Oh,
yeah, as soon as we finished the episode, it was just like...
Yeah.
Remember, Liam was like, oh, that's poetic. Wow, his mind really is a sip.
Yeah.
He's like dead right now.
Yeah.
Third Hokage.
I know.
Not for real dead.
Yeah.
Did you forget?
And he smiled.
No, just like confirming it. Like he like for real died.
Katie, do you want to do a reader response?
Sure.
Alright.
So I have one from Facebook user Amelia Strope. They gave us a recommendation saying, whether you're a purist or casual, you will totally enjoy the podcast. It's funny and easy to follow, and all the information is accurate. It's great. 5 stars.
Hell yeah.
The words of Liam. That's true.
That is...
What is not accurate is that I am not a predator.
Wait. I just want to say, like, I love that you said that, and also, yes, all the information is accurate. And to everybody out there who fucking emails us and tells me that I don't know Naruto, no. We have 2 people on here who don't know it, and Raj doesn't remember most of it, okay? I know goddamn everything. Yeah. I'm pretending for you, for the fucking audience. It's kayfabe, and I'm on your side here. So for the millionth fucking time, I know Naruto. I know goddamn... I can name... Oh, I can't even say that. It's a spoiler.
Spoil it.
I know.
We can plug our ears.
Everything.
We don't listen.
No, I can't. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it for the people out there. But just there, how dare you imply that I am not the leading expert on Naruto, the man who created the greatest podcast ever to be all about it. You son of a bitch.
And you don't want to be on Cameo?
Wow,
with skills
I
like that?
monologue. That was great.
That was
You
so
said
good.
red and there were veins.
Obviously not you, Amelia. You get it. Thanks
For
for the recommendation. So, like, rate, subscribe, whatever you do, wherever you are. Leave a 5-star review in the podcast app. That helps our visibility, and we always read them out, even if they're a little weird, like this one from Shikamaru's Bitch, who said the comment was titled "My Wife," my wife, and the comment is, "Help! My wife found out I watch hentai. What do?"
You just gotta
ask her to watch with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, make it a group effort. Just sit her down and be like, "Listen, honey, you've been married to me for a while."
I had an ex-girlfriend that I turned on to hentai. One time. Is that too much to say on the podcast?
What did you just say?
Wow.
I had an ex-girlfriend, and I was like, you know, hentai? It's pretty great. And then she watched it, and she was like, you know, hentai? It's pretty great. And that's true. That's a true story.
Solidarity.
And that can be you and your wife, man. Imagine.
And if not, buy a prosthetic tentacle.
Yeah, or
just enjoy your hobby.
Yeah,
enjoy
exactly.
Talk about
hey,
it.
and you know what, frankly,
and if your wife judges you, listen, I had an ex-boyfriend that also enjoyed hentai.
Yeah. Have you ever watched hentai, Morgan?
Nope.
Rio Radio?
Nope.
Where's the shot?
If she does not support you in your endeavors, get a new wife.
Yeah.
Get a new wife.
Yeah.
Train him out.
Go to the wife store.
Go to the wife store, and just, if they're like, what are you looking for? And you just be like, watches?
Hentai.
Only criteria. Watches hentai.
Hey, tell your friends about this shit.
Please do. Make us famous, make us big.
Yeah, just send it around, circulate the tape. Big ups to Glenn Federico and Ali Caruso.
Legends.
Yeah.
Graphics team.
Tweet at us, talk to us, let us know your thoughts.
Remember Raj's contest. Remember the
giveaway.
Tweet and follow and whatever
at
the fuck we
NaruTalk
said.
Pod, you must tag us to
You
see
will
it.
get a Polaroid of my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, Polaroid.
Yeah. Next Monday. Next Monday, it's next Monday. It has to happen.
I literally will take it right now.
All right. Next Monday, the episodes we're watching are 80, 81, and 82. Let me know what you think of those if you watch ahead. Again, nobody ever does that, but I think it would be cool if they did. Oh yeah, next week's another arc conclusion. So. It's the end of the... Yeah, I know. Because some people... somebody messaged me and they were like, this isn't even technically another arc. It says it is on the wiki, so fuck you.
I can't wait for like the 2 new guest hosts to come on. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, what?
Don't we kill them off after every arc?
These 2? We've already been through
We already ended an arc,
survived.
You bitch.
Yeah.
No.
You know what, Raj?
We killed
You're
Ali
next.
and Emma.
We've already been through a full arc. This is our second arc.
Raj,
you're wrong. Stop canceling us.
They survived the culling. They survived.
No, see, we had a huge break, so there's a few days like grace period afterward.
No, they
Raj,
lived.
this is a whole new arc.
Yeah,
Stop trying to cancel us. You're next.
And the point is, next episode we finish this arc, the second arc they've been here for. Just so you know, the Konoha Crush arc, and we're going to start the next arc. I'm not going to say what it's called because that would spoil it. But next week's please don't. No, you won't. Say on air.
No, because it's called like it's
no,
like
don't say what it's called. Shut up. Fucking God. No. But actually, next week's episode's pretty hot shit. We meet some pretty cool
cool characters.
So tune in for that. Thank you so much for listening. And as always,
be safe, have fun, believe it.
Loves the way you snapped up when you saw that was coming, Katie.
What's the ladybugs, okay?